This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Alex Lovell Studios of New York, TGIW, motherfuckers. We are here. We are live. Woodley versus Burns is a go. Khabib's father, not so good news. Joe Rogan, $100 million contract. And we're going to talk about it with the MMA Holes. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, we are here. We are live. TGIW Season 4, Episode 19. And Jesse, how are you?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful.
I am wonderful. All right. So, a bunch of things to talk about tonight. Of course, it's a Wednesday night, and we've been doing this for 4 seasons, and we're rolling strong from the Alex Lovell Studios. Hope everyone in the chat is wonderful. Who is not wonderful is Khabib's father. He went back into some sort of, I guess they induced another coma with him. I don't know what the dilly is. But, yeah, just when you think everything is going good, and you see this so much with people that have some serious problems, they come back, they bounce back, and you're like, oh, he or she is fine. Everything's going to be good. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get hit over the head with another one. And this seems like the second wave of what's going on with Khabib's father. And like we said before, we really hope that he recovers from this. Seems like a good guy, and you never want to see anyone, watch their father go through suffering and pain and whatever he is going through. So hopefully he bounces back quickly. Now, Jesse, if you can give me a little bit more on this story, and then we can move forward.
Yeah, so his manager confirmed that he is in a coma after his COVID-19 diagnosis. So for those of you guys who haven't caught up yet, he does have coronavirus, and that was one of the main problems our main health problems, I guess you could say, and what led to the first medically induced coma. Khabib's manager confirmed Tuesday that the UFC lightweight champ's father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, is in a medically induced coma after being diagnosed with COVID-19. This is the second medically induced coma. He had recently underwent heart surgery as well, was airlifted from Dagestan to Moscow earlier this month. The 57-year-old, who has a background in wrestling, judo, and sambo, has been Khabib's trainer and coach from a young age, and also coaches the combat sambo national team in Dagestan. Khabib's UFC rival Conor McGregor tweeted the following message in support of his father last week, saying that he was praying for him and he was a man responsible for world champions across multiple fighting disciplines, more than people even know. The 31-year-old Khabib is one of the most dominant forces in UFC history. In addition to being the reigning UFC lightweight champ, Khabib is a perfect 28-0 professionally with 10 wins by submission and 8 by way of knockout. Khabib beat McGregor, we all know, at UFC 229. He was originally supposed to defend his title against Tony Ferguson at UFC 249, but travel restrictions in Russia meant he was unable to come to the United States. Justin Gaethje replaced Khabib and beat Ferguson for the interim UFC lightweight championship, meaning a future fight between Khabib and Gaethje is likely in the cards. So, yes, he's in a second medically induced coma, and the diagnosis is COVID-19.
Yeah, so that is not good. I mean, he's still pretty young. He's in his 50s, for God's sakes. And to be going through something like this, hopefully he can snap out of it, bounce back, and be with his family once again. And it leads us with questions on what is the future of Khabib. Will he be back in the cage to defend his belt?
Yeah.
Or will he be spending time with his family? We all know he doesn't need the money. You know, the guy has made a lot of money in his career, especially the latter half of his career.
Yeah.
But hopefully he is back and defending, and his father is healthy, and they move on.
I do feel, though, because his family's all about honor and his father's all about honor and all that, that it's definitely going to play a part in whether or not Khabib returns. I know everyone's saying, oh, he won't return, because God forbid something further happens to his father, but his father wants Khabib to have honor and loyalty and a legacy. And Khabib knows that, you know? I don't think he's going to stay away for too long just in favor of his father.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too good. You know, when you get hit with a situation like this, you know he's a family man. You know, it doesn't look good. You leave your family and things happen. And holy smokes. We got an Anzalone coming in. We got a fiery Anzalone coming in. This is Pastor Chrome Osteen.
Anzalone, Michael Anzalone, Michael Anzalone. Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend, time out trolls. Welcome to the dead end, cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Lost and grown, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Hey, Chrome.
Talked with the Lord today, and he told me Khabib's father will soon be joining Mikey and Steve
That's
along with the
fucked up.
Vigos in heaven. The Lord said he needs someone to teach him how to dry hump someone to death so he could defeat the devil once and for all.
That is fucked up, bro.
That's actually true. That's a true statement over there. I know. I have an inside source. He's correct. Thank you, Chrome. And Jess, if you can do me a favor here.
Yeah.
So I have an issue with how do you log out of this shit?
You did.
So look, I log out and it keeps going back to this.
What the fuck? Click the arrow.
And yeah, that's fucking #1 bullshit.
Log out.
Maybe if I log into Twitch. So Jesse.
Oh, are you logged into
So annoying.
the MMA-HOLES YouTube?
If you could do me a favor, Jess.
Sure.
Tell the people actually there is a delay on our merch, and maybe if you can help them out with that.
Oh yes. So we received an email from Teespring. A couple of orders have already gone out. So if you're someone who should be expecting some kind of merchandise, I know Glide, Alex Lovell, the Tap 187 guy also. If any of you guys are expecting merch at the current moment, it may be delayed for a little while. So where you would have normally received it within 1 or 2 weeks, you might not receive it for a month because Teespring has had a growth in demand lately. So we got an email today that it's gonna be a little bit before you receive anything. But all of your orders are out. It's just gonna take a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. So hang in there. Everyone that got something from our giveaways and all that stuff, our merch is all jammed up. We even ordered stuff and we can't get it. So I can't. What? Oh, come on, man.
Are you logged into the MMA-HOLES on YouTube?
Yeah, it's not connected. Yep. I am logged out of that, and I log back.
Oh,
here we go.
that's why.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, so I had to refresh. So we ordered ourselves. It's from a third party. That's why there is a delay, and we have no control of it. And we ordered ourselves the army shirts. You know, the Swole MMA Hole army shirts, and we didn't get ours yet. It's been forever. It's our show.
And we ordered ours before any of your guys' orders were put in. So.
Yeah. So apologies for the delay, but you'll be getting it.
It happens.
Okay, so now that we got this moving, thank you again to Pastor Chrome. Yeah, it sucks, man. The whole Khabib situation, it's just not cool. It's not a cool story to report twice. You know, 1 minute he's in bad shape, next minute he's fine, and now he's in bad shape again. That's usually not good. That's usually not a good sign. So hopefully he bounces back and we get to see him versus Khabib Gaethje. Let me know in the chat what you think is going to happen. The future of Khabib. Will he come back? Will he ride off into the sunset?
Can I ask you a question before I get to the chat?
Yeah.
Do you think that, and I pray that this happens, that his father's, he lives through this and everything, but say he's still in critical condition when Khabib decides to come back. Say he comes back in June, since Ramadan is up in like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Say Khabib comes back in June. Not that he would, but say he does. And his father's still in this state. Do you think it's going to affect Khabib's performance inside the octagon, or do you think that he's going to work harder because he wants to honor his father who's still in the state.
If his father's in the state, he's not coming back.
No, but I'm saying theoretically. I know the chances of him coming back are probably slim to none. But I'm saying if he did come back in June and his father was still in this condition.
I don't think he comes back.
Okay.
So no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so the answer
Say
would be
he
yes,
did.
it would affect him because he wouldn't come back if his father was in the state. Yes. I do believe that this would be something that would be it would weigh heavy on Khabib. So if you want me to say he's coming back, okay, yeah, it would weigh on him. But I don't think he's coming back. Zen Rhino.
Happy belated birthday, JBH.
Thank you, Zen
By the
Rhino.
way, a shirt I ordered from Teespring from a friend finally shipped after 3 weeks of being listed as printed.
Yeah.
They will get out eventually. Stay
Yeah.
strong, MMA-HOLES.
That's right, Zen Rhino.
It's Zen.
You tell him.
Yeah, so Teespring's a little backed up. I apologize for the inconvenience, but everything will be good to go. So order away. All right, so let's see what the chat says. I'm curious.
All right. Keyboard Warrior says, Fukyu Khabib's daddy. MMA Striker says Khabib will come back and win for his dad. It will give him extra motivation to train harder and fight. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's going to negatively affect his performance.
Sammy.
I like nonny time. Nonny time. Nonny time, kitty. Moyu.
Me too. I couldn't agree more, Sammy. I don't know what you're saying, but I agree. I completely agree.
Wonderful.
Rusty Spring, keep up the great content. Good work, you too. Fights once more, then retires and opens a bear conservatory. Khabib not fighting again. Drunk Savage says only McGregor's smack talk can bring Khabib back. He spelled meow backward. Mao-you.
Yeah, he did. It's true.
Khabib would
Oops,
come
it's
back
not there.
and double leg the whole entire division, lightweight division, all at the same time. All right.
Yeah, hopefully he does fight Gaethje. I was listening to the Fight Companion, Joe Rogan's Fight Companion. Maybe we'll segue from that into his story. But Joe Rogan was on with Shab, Brian Callen, and Eddie Bravo. The crew. They got the crew back together. And, of course, we can't listen to it live because we're doing a better show at that same time. But I was listening to it, and it was interesting when they were discussing the whole Tony Ferguson versus Khabib situation.
During a pandemic.
And we got a pandemic donation.
R.I.P. to that nigga Nando too. Dude was trying to get in Jesse draws. What a stream that was that night at the diner. He will forever be a legend. That stream needs to be put in the MMA-HOLES Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Thought Moss was gonna to have a heart attack.
Yep, it was quite entertaining, I'm sure, as we were panicking as donations came in. It was. Thank you, Chrome. So the Eddie Bravo was on, and it was pretty fascinating. He was talking about how he shouldn't have been in Tony Ferguson's corner, especially for that fight. He was explaining how the whole camp, they were just training for Khabib in the ground game and this and that, and then in 2 weeks, boom, we're fighting Justin Gaethje, and Gaethje wants to keep it on the feet, and it's going to be a scrap where they're just going to stand and bang, and Tony is all about that. But when you have Eddie Bravo, who's got the jiu-jitsu background when it comes to striking, no knowledge that it can help Tony in that fight. Mm-hmm. And what happens, he comes out between rounds, it was the fourth round or some shit. He was the last one to come out to give Tony Ferguson advice. Now, I don't know did you hear this story?
No.
So Eddie Bravo comes, at first, they could send only one person out to speak to the fighter, right? That's how it is because of this whole coronavirus. So between rounds, they have the other coaches speaking to the fighter. And then they're like, Eddie, go out there. Like when Tony was at his worst. And the only advice Eddie can give Tony was, take him down. But at that part of the fight, you can't really, it's too late. You already got the shit kicked out of you. Taking him down is not going to do anything. You don't have the strength to do it. So Eddie Bravo said he shit the bed, and it was just a complete train wreck. It was fascinating that Eddie was very honest and said that he shouldn't have been there in the first place since it was a striking extravaganza. And it would have been interesting to see.
Was he there?
It would have been interesting to see if Tony did early on try to take Justin down, would it have been a different fight? But we'll never know because that didn't happen. But when we talk about Khabib, right, and Gaethje, and they were bringing up Gaethje being a problem for Khabib. This version of Justin Gaethje, who does have the wrestling background, and they're saying he's the best wrestler he's probably faced, and he doesn't even use it. So it is interesting to see. We saw what Al Iaquinta can do. Like, he did get in compromising positions, but always got out of it out. And that was with no real camp devoted to Khabib. So if Raging Al could do it, who has wrestling, Justin Gaethje, who has a legit wrestling background, can he nullify the attack of Khabib? And the more you think about it, it is a better fight than Tony. You know, like this is a good scrap.
Super chat.
You're right.
I like a lot of things about KHABIB, but tell me that he doesn't look like a Munchaichi.
What's a Munchaichi?
$10 donation from the Gozarian. Thank you.
What's a Munchaichi?
I don't know what a Munchaichi is. I don't.
A lot of things about Khabib, but tell me that he doesn't look like a Munchaichi.
All right, let's look it up. What is a Munchaichi? We got to see it.
M-U-N-Chaichi.
Munchaichi.
Oh, it's an M-O-N Chaichi.
All right, let's see. Let's look this thing up. This is good because this gets Jesse's attention. Like MMA conversation, no, but this, yes, Munchaichi. He does.
Why are you taking a jab? I was in it. I was in the whole conversation.
I know you started sighing. The Munchaichi.
I
know. I'm joking. Jesus Christ! You take everything so. I'm just joking. I'm horsing around with you. God, it's called sarcasm. All right. So the Munchaichi and Khabib. Do you see the resemblance, Jesse?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I see it too. What is this thing?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
It's on eBay and Etsy. This is creepy. Looks like a children's toy. And I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like a monkey baby. What is this thing? Munchichi? I said it's called a Munchichi. Why do I not know what the hell this means? Monkey? Yeah, I guess it's some sort of monkey. Anyway, thank you, Pat. Who was that from? I forgot who the hell it was from. The Gozarian. Thank you very much.
Gozarian.
So, the Gaethje for Khabib fight is something that we really would like to see. We really would like that to be in front of our eyeballs. But now with this happening with Khabib's father, is it going to happen? So your thoughts is yes, right? You're going to say it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see Khabib stopping himself. Well, most people would, and most normal people would stop themselves if their parent was critically ill, or in any kind of critical condition. I believe that Khabib has that mentality that he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to fight because he just wants to be there for his dad. But you have to remember too, a lot of these hospitals even in other countries, not just in the United States, are not even allowing visitors. So it's not like Khabib can be there at his father's bedside 24/7 for his dad. So the only choice he has right now to keep himself motivated and moving and in honor of his father's wishes is to fight.
How do you go through a training camp while your dad's in the hospital dying?
It beats me. If my father were in the hospital in critical condition for any reason, and you told me, Jesse, you still got to get up and work today, I would be like, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm going to go spend time with my dad. But he can't because the hospitals are closing down visitors.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I really don't see this guy jumping into a training camp while his father's in bad shape. I can't see it. So the question is now, what does Gaethje do? Does he just wait this thing out and hope his father gets better? And then, how do you make a date for something, when you have a situation like this? There's just too many things that can go wrong here. So if I'm Justin Gaethje, I might be weighing my options on what else is there.
Nah, I believe this fight will happen. I believe Khabib will fight even if his father is recovering from this condition.
All right. So, chat, let's see what you guys think. This is an interesting topic here because we don't know what we're going to see against Justin Gaethje.
Let's see. I wish I could see Moss angry on the street yelling at cars. I'm walking here. I'm walking.
I don't really get angry walking around. I do get angry driving, though. I don't like morons behind the wheel. I don't like those guys.
You have I wouldn't say angry, but you definitely do not have a tolerance for stupidity.
Stupid drivers, yeah, I don't like that.
No, not even just drivers, just stupidity in general. If someone acts with zero common sense around him, it's he doesn't rage or anything like that, but he has no tolerance for it.
I don't have tolerance for people that how do I put this?
Have no common sense.
That do things illogically. And put other people at risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Irresponsible might be the way to put it. I have zero, especially if you're driving a vehicle that can just kill somebody. People that drive stupid should die. Let's be honest, right, Jesse? They should all die.
Although I was really proud of him in his last car accident because in most car accidents he loses his mind, and in the last one he maintained his composure.
I did well.
He immediately called me and said, hey, this is what's going on, to keep himself from screaming at the other guy. I came over as soon as I could, You did very good on
Yeah.
your last accident.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's right, Kenshiro. They all need to die. They need right now, just poof. Or just don't drive. Die or don't drive. Because honestly, I don't want you killing anyone else. So either you off yourself or you just don't drive. Let someone else drive. I think that's a fair thing to say, right, Jesse?
I guess.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's pretty much
on GTA,
it.
he'll drive like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, GTA. Get it out on GTA then. If you're going to drive dumb, play GTA and murder some people doing that.
You know
But don't
what?
get behind the wheel and drive like a moron.
And Double Champ says you're going to like Arizona Moss with the driving. And I keep trying to tell him, Arizona drivers, if you think common sense is bad anywhere else, go to Arizona. It's the worst. The worst driving is in Arizona. And he doesn't understand
They're probably
this.
super slow. That's
No,
probably gonna
they're
get on my
not.
nerves.
They're not. They're actually really stupid. Really stupid.
Well, I guess there's going to be a lot of yelling.
But a lot of people say, and there were even like studies on this, that the heat gets to your brain and causes you to behave this
No
way.
one can be as bad as New York drivers. It's impossible.
Oh,
Because
I can't wait for you to move to
the
Arizona.
reason why I say this is because we are so overpacked with
Yes.
people that just everyone wants to get to their destination fast, and we're all stuck on top of each other. So people just start driving irrationally. It starts raining out, and then the dopes really come out when it rains or snows.
The difference is, though, is over here there's that pure reason that everyone's on top of each other, and it's just so crowded. There's no excuse in Arizona aside from you're just a fucking idiot.
Well,
and there's people who will speed. There's people who go like 2 miles an hour. People who will drive on drugs. People who will drive drunk. They'll cut you off for no
Then
apparent reason.
hopefully they die.
Run into poles. Run into bus benches. Like, it's the dumbest shit. And usually it's for a stupid reason. In Arizona, has some of the most driving on the freeway the wrong way.
Yeah.
On the freeway.
Well, that's because of inbreeding, Jesse.
Complete
That's
stupidity.
because his inbreeding, fucks people's driving abilities up. All right, so let's now, we were speaking about this whole situation and Justin Gaethje and Khabib, and we don't know what the answers are going to be, right? We have no idea.
Right.
So I guess we got to move on. Hopefully his father gets better. I want to jump into the story of Joe Rogan. Now, I know you have that story over there. I want to jump into that story where Joe Rogan signs and we didn't know what the money was, how much money he was getting.
I do now.
But yeah, we know now. And how much is Mr. Rogan going to make with this new deal?
$100 million.
Hold on. Do it like Dr. Evil.
$100 million.
$100 million.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, do it like that.
Oh, that was good.
Get the pinky over there. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Was it? That sounds like Sports Center. Yeah.
No, you did very good, Moss. You shave your head and have a mini-me and a bald cat.
So yeah, $100 million for Mr. Joe Rogan going over to Spotify. Hoofa! My man is making some cash.
Yeah.
Damn.
According to MMA Fighting, though in the MMA world, Joe Rogan is largely seen as one of the chief commentators for the UFC, in reality, Rogan's most successful business venture has been his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, which he has hosted for 11 years and has become one of the more popular podcasts in the world. And now, through a landmark deal with Spotify, Rogan is going to make a king's ransom. Excuse me.
Yeah, is that
Yesterday.
the burp? Shout out to Jesse's burp.
Yesterday, it was announced that Rogan will be moving his podcast exclusively to the Spotify platform in a deal that is reportedly worth more than $100 million per the Wall Street Journal. Rogan himself confirmed the move to Spotify with a statement released on his YouTube channel where he said, quote, "Hello, everybody. I have an announcement. The podcast is moving to Spotify. I signed a multi-year licensing agreement with Spotify that will start on September 1st. Starting on September 1st, the entire JRE library will be available on Spotify, as well as all other platforms. Then, somewhere around the end of the year, it will become exclusive to Spotify, including the video version of the podcast. It will be the exact same show. I am not going to be an employee of Spotify. We are going to be working with the same crew doing the exact same show. The only difference will be it will now be available on the largest audio platform in the world. Nothing else will change. It will be free. It will be free for you. You just have to go to Spotify to get it. We're very excited to begin this new chapter of JRE, and I hope you're there when we cross over. Thanks." Rogan had reportedly been reluctant to host his podcast on the Spotify platform, citing superior revenue generation with other services. However, recently Spotify has invested heavily in acquiring other media companies and podcasts, making a concerted effort to widen its scope beyond just a music streaming service. Spotify issued a press release yesterday praising their new partner's work and citing Rogan's place in culture as a key factor in their interest in bringing him onto the platform, saying, quote, "Since its launch in 2009, the pioneering Joe Rogan Experience, or JRE, has broken ground and built one of the most loyal and engaged fan bases in the world. Rogan brings his sensibilities as a stand-up comic to the show, and alongside dynamic and diverse guests, he fearlessly broaches far-ranging topics including neuroscience, sports, comedy, health, infectious diseases, and our ever-changing culture, all with a mix of curiosity and humor. Bringing the JRE to Spotify will mean that the platform's more than 286 million active users will have access to one of the culture's leading voices. Rogan's show will debut on the platform on September 1st and become exclusive to Spotify sometime later this year."
I love this. Some people in the chat are saying he's selling out. We'll talk about that in a second.
Man, I disagree.
Now, how many years, did they say in the, I didn't hear how many years he's signing for.
It didn't say anything about how long, but if
I
it's
really would love to
exclusive,
know.
I would assume maybe for the lifetime of the podcast.
Not the lifetime, no.
Unless
Everything has an
he
expiration.
signs with a different company later on.
Yeah, like Howard Stern signed for X amount of years with Sirius and kept on renewing and renegotiating. It's got to be like, what, a 5-year contract or some shit like that? Or $100 million is a lot of money.
He just
so maybe
said
it's more.
multi-year deal.
Yeah, I'm going to think it's like a 5-year contract, I'm going to guess. But I don't know. I would love to know how many years it is.
That's great.
And here's why he is not selling out, okay? I know everyone's like, well, he's on YouTube. YouTube's free, this and that. So is Spotify. The reason why my man is moving over to Spotify, well, one, of course, $100 million that's 100 million reasons why he should go.
Yeah.
And two, they are not controlling Joe Rogan. So the reason why he's not selling out is he can run his show however he wants to.
Exactly.
Going over to Spotify. They won't stick their fingers into what he is doing like Google does on YouTube. What YouTube has become, it's a great platform for us, and it was a great platform for Joe Rogan. The guy grew a massive audience from YouTube.
Yeah.
But when you look at how Google has been, and look at where we're streaming right now, we're on our second channel because of Google.
It's becoming more and more difficult for streamers to voice any opinion at all. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's for or against, or it doesn't matter. It's becoming more and more difficult for, especially a podcaster.
So think about what he's doing here. He's saying, all right, I'm going to pick up my bags. I'm going to drop them off over there at Spotify, and I'm going to do my show exactly how I want to do this without worrying about anyone breathing down my fucking neck and saying, you can't do this or you can do that. You can't get monetized for this. You can get monetized for that.
I gotta be
ridiculous.
honest with you, man. I feel we have a very loyal fan base, and I feel if our fan base was larger, if we had the kind of audience that Joe Rogan has, and a streaming service that was very well known and put together, like Spotify offered us a lump sum of money to move over, I'd be like, yes, let's do it.
Who would say no? I mean,
let's go.
If I had the opportunity to say whatever the hell I want, and I pretty much do here, but we get punished a lot for it. If I had a platform where I can just basically just go on rant and do whatever the hell I want to do and enjoy, giving the content that I want to deliver, and make $100 million, I mean, that's a no-brainer. So what Joe Rogan's doing, he is a pioneer of podcasting. If you think about what Rogan has done, I mean, whether you like him or you don't, I don't find his stand-up that funny, to be honest. That's just me. But I think he's a brilliant podcaster.
I love listening to him. There have been a few here and there that you've turned on that I kind of tune out. But more often than not, I think he's a very listenable dude. And there's a reason he has the kind of fan base he does. It's not like he just has people who tune in every once in a while. His fan base is so loyal that they come back every time, no matter who his guest is.
To address on Rhino, yes, $9.99 a month for the full version of Spotify. But for his podcast, you will get it for free.
Yeah.
It is free. So if you want us, $9.99, this is what you're paying for. And listen, I don't even know why we're divulging into this, but I'm just going to address that. $9.99 is so you can get any song you want to get, any album you want to listen to. If you think about that, it's not a bad deal. You never have to buy an album ever again, or you never have to waste time downloading illegal, I don't know, WAV files or MP3 files.
Ruben Rivera says he has a family plan. That's what we're on, right? It's a family plan.
Yeah, we're on someone else's. Yeah, so you can get Rogan's podcast no matter what. Now the question is, will that YouTube community run over there? No, I don't think they will all run over.
I believe a lot will.
But here's the thing. He was huge on iTunes too. This is what people are forgetting. It's not just the YouTube platform. People were listening to him on whether it's Stitcher or SoundCloud, wherever else they had his podcast. iTunes.
Yeah, he was on Podbean.
The dude was making a nice chunk of money on iTunes as well. So he has an audio version that people, listen to already on other platforms, and his video is going to SoundCloud as well. So, I mean, or is it SoundCloud? Is that
I'm
what
not
it is?
entirely
I'm confused.
sure.
What do you mean? Just read the article.
SoundCloud, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of it.
I'm getting fucking confused now. Anyway, I think there will be an audience that moves over there. Not everyone, but I think he will grow over there, and it's a big step forward. Because do you want to watch creators just bite their tongue and watch what they have to say and look over their shoulder every 5 seconds because they're afraid they're going to get shut down? Our main channel, we have to wait until Friday. It's crazy. The censorship of YouTube and Google has gotten out of control. So I like the fact that he's doing this, and let's get more platforms where we can speak our mind.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you said about looking over your shoulder, I remember Moss telling me, like, maybe it was like 2 or 3 days ago, he was telling me, not on air, just off air, that he feels like he can't be the vintage Moss he used to be, where he used to just anything goes, he could say whatever the fuck he wanted, because YouTube will just like attack, and he feels like he just can't. And I feel like a lot of creators are like that. I don't think you're alone. I think a lot of creators, they want to be edgy and they want to go there, and they can't anymore. And look, and like you said, we're on the second channel right now because of that reason.
A lot of people thought Howard Stern would fail when he went over to Sirius. Everyone said it's all downhill for Howard. He's still going, and he's still making a lot of money. He's still making content, and yes, he's watered down from what he used to be, but that's because he's old. It's not because he doesn't want to do it. He's just old. People evolve as a creator, and he got comfortable. He streams a day or two a week, and that's it. But he's just an old dude doing it
all the time.
Yeah, he used to, but this is the thing. He went over there and he succeeded. Joe Rogan will go over to Spotify and succeed over there, and this is a good sign for your content creators. So whether you want to listen or not, that's up to you. But I like this move. I think this is great. And
I agree. I don't think it was a bad move at all. I think this is probably the best move he could have made. Even if they didn't offer him $100 million. Say they only offered like $25 million, which is still a lot of money. But say it was just 25. I guarantee he still would have made the jump just for the simple sake of not having that third party breathe down your neck.
$100 million. So they wanted him to go for a while. They just had to find the right number.
See, I don't recall anyone saying that Spotify wanted him to turn over.
It's in the article that you just read.
Nope.
Yeah, it said that they were trying to get him over there, but he declined, and then all of a sudden he's going over there now.
In the very beginning of this podcast.
Yes. So there's always a number, right? There is always a number for you to do anything, and it would be risky for him to go over there for a low number.
I would go for $25 million.
For 25, yeah, because you're Jesse.
Yeah.
You're Jesse B. He's Joe Rogan, for God's sakes. It's,
well,
it's a little different.
Saying?
You're not Joe yet.
I'm not
so
as good
settle
as
down, young
Rogan.
Jesse. Settle down. You may be better, but you're not him. All right? So just settle down. Anyway, this is a great sign for the future. And listen, maybe this will be a sign for YouTube and Google to be like, all right, let's back off a little bit. Let's help our creators out here because we don't want everyone leaving. YouTube is a great platform for creating content and developing a show and building an audience. It's fantastic for that. And without YouTube, we'd be nothing, right? So I love YouTube for that reason, and I don't want to leave for that reason. But the more that time passes and the more we get penalized for things and they don't explain why we're penalized, and it's just crazy that the freaking leftist attitude of YouTube and snowflakes that run the fucking thing. And people complaining and getting in trouble.
I don't want to go too far into it, but have you seen who the CEO of YouTube is?
Probably a cunt. Probably Gaylord. That's what I have to guess.
Well, let's not go there, but I'm just saying, all you have to do, guys, and she's done a million interviews with the creators.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Type in YouTube CEO, and you'll understand why YouTube is the way it is today. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, she's a cunt.
Hashtag Karen.
She's a cunt. But anyway, good for him. That's great news for Joe Rogan. All right, so let's move on. And we have a title fight, and it seems like the only fight. I don't know.
Wait, go refresh. Go all the way up. There's one other story that was put in earlier.
Okay, what do we got?
That you missed. You missed him. It's not a big story, but it's something that should be talked about. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there it is. Raquel Pennington versus Marion Renault is targeted for UFC Fight Night event on June 20th.
Who the fuck cares?
Well, listen.
No one. I guarantee not one person in this chat gives a fuck about that fight.
Well, we gotta talk about it. According to MMA Mania, women's bantamweight fight between Raquel Pennington.
No one cares.
Pennington and Marion Renault is close to being finalized to go down at an upcoming Fight Night event.
Ever since I seen naked pictures of this woman, I legit never want to watch her fight again.
Which is tentatively set for June 20th at the Apex facility in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's according to MMA Junkie, who brought word of a pending matchup. Both ladies are looking to get back into the win column after suffering losses in their last outings. Pennington was defeated by Holly Holm for a second time, this time losing a unanimous decision to her former pro boxer at UFC 246. Over the last 4 UFC bouts, Rocky has gone 1-3, which means she needs a win pretty badly here to prevent falling further down the rabbit hole. Renault, meanwhile, or Heno, is currently on a two-fight skid, losing back-to-back bouts with Yana Kanetskaya and Kat Zingano.
Hold on, we got a pastor donation coming in.
Check the website. Trying to get kids adopted.
Uh-oh.
Trying to get kids adopted? Hold on. Let me look. Okay. Moss and JBH, will you adopt me? And here it is. What do you think, Jesse? Would you adopt?
Yes. I would adopt.
All right. Thank you, Chrome.
Because unlike other people who like to make stupid jokes, I would 100% adopt.
What does that mean?
You. I know you were thinking of a million jokes.
Shopping during a
But you can't say them because of YouTube.
What jokes are you talking about?
Spotify's company worth went up by $5 billion since Rogan announced. Stocks went up by 17%. They're adding the video feature just for Rogan.
Wow.
I'm already hearing about other podcasters talking about shit. I might start uploading my stuff over there.
They'd be smart to.
Why not?
Listen, I do believe that if another podcaster or another just like show host or anyone who's trying to do something, if you put in the hustle, if you put in the work to make original content that's your own and you're not stealing it from other people, more power to you, dude. I would do it too. In fact, we should look into doing it because it's a smart move. I would say go for it.
Yeah, he meant stocks instead of socks. But socks works better. The sock market. The Spotify app is probably one of the few streaming apps that I use a lot because we do have that family plan. We're leeching off of someone else's family plan. Shout out to V-Neck.
No, he's family.
Yeah, so we get it for free. Thank you, V-Neck. Appreciate that. But we listen to it constantly. And it's on Alexa, too. So you ask Alexa to play something off of Spotify, you can get any song. It's great. So now you can get your favorite podcast on there. It's fantastic. It works with Alexa. It's great stuff. The stock market. All right, more about Rocky.
No, that's it. Just make sure you keep an eye out for that fight on June 20th.
So Rocky Pennington.
Oh, I also want to say before we move on to the next story, Moss.
By the way, Alexa's playing something. Alexa, stop.
What was that?
Alexa heard me. Can't say her name while we're live.
Oh, God.
I
heard it. I thought it was coming from your phone or something. No, you're going to have to, don't JBH Cammy. Go to TJW.
Okay.
Ready? Scoot to your
shopping during a pandemic.
I'll do it in a second.
Alex.
Damn Chrome. That bun was in the oven a little too long. That's a charcoal baby you're trying to sell.
Overcooked babies on the website. Check out the MMA-HOLES.com for overcooked babies. Yes. It's quite the little lovely. All right. What, Jess? What were you saying?
Okay. Now, scoot to your left. Don't knock over your drink. Just scoot to your left a little bit.
I really can't go anymore. I'm into the
that's
table.
Fine. That's fair. See all this stuff up here, guys?
Yeah.
Just take a good hard look at everything that's been up here for the last, how many years?
75.
Since we moved here into the studio. This is all going to start going down tomorrow, guys. I'm going to start
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to start
Why?
Because we're packing up, Moss.
Yeah, but we don't know when the closing date is. Do you do that last?
I'm not waiting till the last minute to start packing everything.
You
You
have other things to pack. This is last.
Okay.
We have a show to do.
Just take a good hard look because this is going to start coming down little by little over the next week or so.
7 weeks.
No, 1 week or so. It's coming down. So take a good hard look.
All right. Thank you, Jess.
God. Might be back in the next studio.
Getting out of Dodge, man. Gotta get the hell out of here. All right. So Raquel Pennington. All right. Khabib's father. And night and day.
Tyron Woodley.
Back at it. I'm gonna say.
Take all this madness. Against all
madness when you get on my goddamn nerves. But you got them juicy ass curves. And I kick your ass to the curb. But them puppy don't feel so perfect. Ooh, falling in and out of love with you.
All right. Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns set to headline UFC Fight Night on May 30th, according to Bloody Elbow.
So we got a main event. Is this the main event or what's going on?
That's what I'm assuming. I'll let you know here right now. We have no idea where the UFC's final card of May will take place, but we do know the headlining bout, which, by the way, it is taking place in Las Vegas. They just didn't update because it's Bloody Elbow. What do you expect? ESPN's ARIEL HELWANI confirmed on Tuesday that a welterweight battle
during a pandemic.
Chroma.
Pennington got them pepperoni candle wax titties.
Yikes.
That bitch is built like a smokestack.
Yikes. What was that whole story, by the way, when Pennington's nudes got leaked? Who leaked them?
I don't know, but I made sure the Discord got to see it.
Was it Tiny Tomato Can?
No, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what happened. They were having like a lesbian night out.
I bet Tiny Tomato Can linked them.
She was in the bathroom, and Rocky nudes are something you need to forget immediately.
ARIEL HELWANI confirmed on Tuesday that a welterweight bout between former champion Tyron Woodley and rising Brazilian contender Gilbert Burns is lined up for the promotion's May 30th card. UFC rankings have Woodley as the #1 ranked contender, whereas Burns is number 6. Woodley, who's 19-4-1, won the UFC welterweight belt by knocking out Robbie Lawler back in 2016. He kept his title successfully over the course of 3 wins and a draw in his first fight with Stephen Thompson. His reign as champion ended with one-sided decision loss to Kamaru Usman at UFC 235 last March. Woodley was scheduled to rematch Lawler last June, only to draw due to a hand injury. A main event versus Leon Edwards was set for UFC London this year, but the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in the matchup being canceled. Burns, who's 18-3, is riding a 5-fight winning streak, with 3 of those victories coming after he decided to return to welterweight. After decision wins over Alexei Kunchenko and Gunnar Nelson, that talented BJJ world champion scored a first-round TKO over veteran title challenger and former Woodley foe Damian Maia. Burns angled for a short-notice bout with Woodley after the Edwards fight was nixed for March 21st, and while the particular event was postponed altogether, he will get his wish. No location is set, which, by the way, it is Las Vegas, for May 30th card. It doesn't look like they'll remain in Florida. Dana White is angling for the UFC Apex facility in Las Vegas. So keep your eye out, guys. May 30th.
It's so weird how the UFC website has nothing. But on Tapology, we have a couple of fights. You have Woodley versus Burns. You got Blagoy Ivanov versus Augusto Sakai, Jamal Hill versus Kidson Abreu, Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah Cyphers. So those are the 4. It's just going to be 4 fights. No, I don't know what the hell. Honestly, it's really weird. They needed to find a location. They have Vegas. And here we are with Woodley versus Burns. Not necessarily a bad fight.
It's going to be so lame.
You think it's a bad fight? I mean, listen, it's not the shiny one that everyone wanted, but
Woodley Burns is going to be good, but I think the card itself is going to be fucking lame.
How do you know? We only have 4 fights.
I just got this feeling, you know?
It's a fight night, and I look at it this way. We had the last 2 fight nights were great, and there was no big flash on those cards, and they were fun fights to watch. I'm hoping we see the same. I'm not looking for the big, gaudy, shiny fight to be dropped on this thing. I just want good matchups. That's all I need. And Woodley versus Burns is an interesting one, with Burns surging up. The guy is 18-3-0, and he's on a nice little roll. You know, you got that Damian Maia win. He lost to Craig Jones, and then before that, 3 wins in a row: Jake Shields, Sakaruba, and Eve Edwards. So that's grappling. What the fuck am I talking about here? The fuck, these are all grappling bouts. Hold on, what's going on here? Wait a second. Wait. This is submission underground. So he lost in submission underground. Excuse me.
Yeah.
As my mind is, what the fuck? Oh, forget it. Anyway, he's been doing all right lately. He's looked all right.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns. On the Justin Jr. show. Yeah. But am I weird for wanting Tyron Woodley to surge back up? I kind of miss his
oh God, I hope he doesn't.
nauseum. Like, I just miss it. There's something about...
He's still nauseating.
I miss his cringe and his complaining. I miss it.
He's still cringy and complaining.
Jesse, but I need it at the elite level. Like, here's how I know I miss Woodley. Usman's been a terrible champ, and even his complaining is worse than ever. At least Tyron Woodley.
I would argue
we could do full shows.
Worse.
Yeah, but Tyron Woodley pulled a race card and everything. It was fun.
He still does.
Yeah, I want it with the belt around his waist. And he's defended his belts. He beat the shit out of Till. That was fun.
Heard Woodley got an OnlyFans account to help boost his music sales.
Is that true? Oh, man. His music is cringier than he is the king of cringe. Henry Cejudo is trying to put that whole thing together. Tyron Woodley.
But Woodley's so sensitive, he'll never own up to it the way Cejudo does.
What's that?
Woodley is so sensitive that he'll never own up to the cringe thing.
I don't want him to. I just want him to be a whiny baby. I miss complaining about him.
He's still a whiny baby, trust me.
I miss T. Wood.
Honestly, there is nothing worse than a champion fucking complaining all the time.
I like it. It gives us something to talk about. Usman gives us nothing to talk about.
Would you die if Woodley came out to his own music? No one fucking cares about these female fights ATM.
No one
Lastly, other creators have used JIT alternatives to have backups. Have you thought of trying to post them there for other audiences? Make that dollar.
YouTube alternatives?
To have backups, have you thought of trying to post them there? Yeah, we did the audio version of the show, and
I've heard of this thing called Library, where you can enter your YouTube channel and they back up all of your content from the very beginning, so that, like, God forbid anything happens to your channel, you have all of your content. It's not just magically erased. Like, YouTube will magically erase it like that, but this one service, it backs up all of your, from the very beginning, from your very first show. It'll back up everything, which is pretty cool.
If Woodley came out to Falling In and Out of Love with You, that would be the most epic walkout of all time. You know, people forget, yes, Tyron has been in some snoozers. You know, the Wonder Boy fiasco twice. Those weren't very good fights. And he got destroyed by Usman. But if you look at Tyron Woodley as a champion, he was in the talks where people were saying he might be one of the better 170 champs ever. Like, they were throwing it out there. Like, if he mauled Usman, you're talking about a bunch of defenses at 170, and how he even got the belt, how he ran over Robbie, just punched a fucking hole in his face. Tyron beat some pretty decent guys. He's a very solid 170, and as a champ, he defended his belt, did what he had to do. He was annoying. Don't get me wrong, he was annoying, but 19-4-1, the guy is still legit. He's been around for a minute, and he's got some fantastic lyrics and rhymes. You know, he spits fire, this guy. He's really
Moss, let's hear you spit fire.
He's got everything.
Give yourself a beat.
The chosen one.
Give yourself a beat and spit some fire.
Woodley was great. I don't know why he gets a bad name. Well, it's because of his complaining. I'm not going to spit fire, Jesse.
You just like...
Yeah, I don't want to spit fire, though.
Okay.
Because I don't want to show off, you know? Yeah. We'll leave that to Tyron Woodley. So, I mean, what do you think? Like, I understand people want to complain about him because he's a whiner and this and that, but when you look at him as an MMA fighter, and he's only 30 years old. Oh, he's 38, excuse me. I was like, 30? What the fuck? So he's 38. He's at the tail end. One more run for T. Wood. One more run for T. Wood. What'd you think of Tyron, though? You don't think anything from his MMA performance?
I don't like him. All
right. But what about as an MMA fighter? Put aside your bias.
I don't like him.
Because he smashed Hill? Is that why?
No, because he's a big whiny bitch.
When he beat the living shit out of Till and choked him the fuck out, all right?
It's not the first time Till's lost to somebody.
When he choked him the fuck out, is that when you said, all right, I'm off, that's it, I don't want anything to do with this man?
No, because if that was the case, then I wouldn't like anybody who fought Till. I don't like him because he's a fucking... This guy's like a woman. He just cries like a big fucking woman.
He is a woman.
I bet when he's at home... His wife probably does everything. Cooks, cleans, takes care of him when he's sick. Probably does all that shit. And he still finds shit to fucking complain about. I guarantee it. I bet, like, if he finds a fucking scratch on the floor, he'd be like, oh, it's your fault. Oh, there's a scratch on the floor. I guarantee he's one of those men who fucking just whine and complain about everything.
You sound like Woodley right now.
I can't. He drives me insane.
Are you doing an impersonation of Tyron?
He drives me insane.
I don't know, man. Listen, yeah, he's annoying, but what are you going to do, man? He's got fantastic music. What champ do you know spits fire like this man?
Some fire.
This guy's the best. You know? Defended the belt. Stopped a hype train. Has fantastic songs. And he's going to be fighting in a week. Bring on Woodley. Wow, 38 years old, though. There's really not much time left. You know, how many more years can the 38-year-old go in MMA? I don't know. But hopefully he puts out some great songs. Some more songs. I just need it in my life. Has his album dropped yet, Jesse? You want to...
I could give a fuck.
All right, what else do we have here?
All right. Jones... actually, should I wait? Because we got something coming in.
Look at Jones, just screaming. It looks like he's getting a blowjob and he just ejaculates. Like, ah, yes! Right? Doesn't most men just flex and scream?
Super chat.
Kelly. What up, Kelly?
Agree with JBH. Woodley is a tool bag.
He is.
He is. He complains and
He is. He's a big baby.
he whines and does all that stuff, but I like watching people get upset. And he does make people upset. There have been times, there have been streams where I've lost my shit on Woodley and would scream, especially when he went the whole race card thing. That kind of irked me. But now it's kind of like, he's not the champ anymore. I need some more cringy people. And Cejudo, he's saying he's retiring. And who do we have? We have Colby Covington. I need a baby. Tyron's the baby I need.
Did someone say they need a baby?
I need a baby. I need a black baby like Tyron. I need a wambulance fighter so I can make fun of him. All right, so John Jones, what do we got here?
All right, so John Jones is responding to Ngannou once again. This whole thing has been going back and forth for quite some time, and they've actually gotten a lot of respect for it because people are actually getting hyped. In fact, the next one you're going to be pretty excited for, but for this one, Jones did respond to Ngannou saying, "I'll expose you." Jones called Ngannou one of the hardest hitters in the UFC, a mouse, and vowed to expose him if they ever faced off in the octagon. The 32-year-old also referenced Ngannou's fight with Derek Lewis in 2018, which Lewis won by unanimous decision in a lackluster affair, which probably was a mistake by Jones if you ask me. But he did tweet out, he said, quote, "First, you can save the rest of your tongue pictures for your other homies. And yes, I'm right here, just waking up from watching that Derek Lewis fight again. You ain't scaring at nobody. I saw your heart. You're a big old mouse. I'll expose you. Bum, bum, bum."
Bum, bum, bum.
Jones, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC, has long considered moving up to the heavyweight division. Late last year, the Jackson Wink MMA product said that there was a very strong possibility that he would finally make the jump in 2020. Last week, Bones said he would love to take a big money fight against Ngannou and asked the UFC to send a deal. Jones is coming off a narrow win in a 205-pound title defense against Dominic Reyes at UFC 247 in February. Ngannou, meanwhile, is coming off a 20-second knockout to Jairzinho Rozenstruik at UFC 249 earlier in May. The Predator has won 4 in a row.
Hold on a second, Jesse. Why is it backwards? Come on, Bones. Let it out, buddy. Let it out, buddy.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That segment's called Give John Jones a Hand Job. That's right. All the bits here. All right, Jess. What was the story about? I was too busy jerking him off. I missed the story. I was too busy trying to whack him off.
Well, you missed, in fairness, all stories because you never pay attention when I'm reading a story.
Stop Tyron Woodley. I'm just trying to jerk off John Jones. I mean, Jesus. All right. Doesn't look like he's ejaculated. All right, so what's this about him? And he's going to expose Ngannou?
You're getting the fails in the chat, Moss.
That's all right. Well, he didn't complete. So
that was the story, but you missed it because...
So he'll expose Ngannou? I say, no, it's not going to happen. I don't think he will expose him. You think he will, right?
Right.
Boy, Jesse, there was a time I used to make you laugh. Now you just like,
I don't know. I didn't get where you were going with that one.
I just jerked off John Jones on air. I mean, that's entertainment.
But it didn't look like you were. It just looked like you were jerking off the news story.
What are you talking about? I was jerking him off.
On the picture.
Well, his cock, Jesse, is where that was.
Yeah.
So you have to pretend his cock's there, for God's sake.
No, I don't think John Jones would expose Ngannou. I think Ngannou would win.
That's John trying to get hard without dick pills.
Is that what that is? He's just trying his best to push the blood down to his his blood down to his nether regions. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so I kind of want, like, we've been getting a lot of Ngannou Jones.
Well, there's one more.
And I'm kind of at the point where it's like, Can they just make the fight happen? Because
Well,
I don't want to keep
it's funny
talking
you
about
should
it.
ask, because now there are betting odds that have been put together as prospective matchups.
That means nothing, though.
Okay, but Moss, this means people are talking about it enough for Dana White to be like,
my
hey,
God.
let's make this happen.
You do realize there were betting odds for Conor Khabib too that were like there for a year. Never
Yes.
happened. May never happen.
Still can happen.
Okay, so I kind of want the fight. Like, I feel like,
You're not making this easy on me to extend these news stories, are you?
well, life's not easy, Jesse. Listen, Ngannou versus Jones is, and this is how you know the media is trying to scrounge for stories here. Like, we were talking about it over and over and over again, and there's just so much you can talk about Ngannou versus Jones. Now we're at the stage where we need to be like, is this fight going to happen? You know, talk is cheap, motherfucker. We need to know, is Ngannou versus Jones happening? Or are we all wasting our time? Are we wasting our time breaking down a fight that could never materialize? We do have to remember this. Ngannou is a heavyweight. John Jones is a light heavyweight, right? We went through this with Adesanya versus Jones over and over and over and over again. And now I'm at the point where we have Ngannou versus Jones. There's no fucking fight. So what are we doing here? Right? Do we entertain this? Do we break down something that may never materialize? What do we do? So what is this story about?
This is just Ngannou has opened up as the betting favorite in a prospective matchup with John Jones.
All right, so Ngannou is the betting favorite. I agree. I think he should be the betting favorite. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Am I keeping you up, Jesse?
What?
I don't know. You yawned. Am I keeping
I yawn all the time. Are you going to bring it up every time I yawn?
I don't know.
I yawn every day. Every show, I yawn.
Every day?
You guys know this.
Have
There's
you ever
no
missed a
need
day yawning?
to start bringing it up because you already know I yawn. I'm a
I'm
yawner.
trying to think if I've ever gotten through a day.
I need more oxygen than most.
Have I ever gotten through? Can you recall going through a day where you didn't yawn one time?
No, because I'm a yawner.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think now. There has to be days where we don't yawn.
I wouldn't think so. I think it's a natural
Do we have to?
response to get oxygen.
Can you look that up? I'm curious. Can we go without yawning for a day? I think we can. Right? I think we can do it. Has anyone in the chat ever went through a full day without yawning? Now, this is what we need to talk about. The slow news day, we got to talk about yawning and figuring out. The show makes her yawn. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it makes me yawn, too.
No, I just have very excessive yawning. I yawn all the time.
It's just,
It doesn't say anything about being able to go a day without yawning.
I need to know. I think we can. I don't, like, there are days where I'm like, I don't think I yawn that day.
Excessive yawning may be a symptom of an underlying medical problem, Moss.
Yeah. It's a psychological
Certain
problem.
conditions can cause a vasovagal reaction, which results in excessive yawning.
We went down this road already, though. You already know about this. You already know about that. Yeah, Matt Stone rarely yawns.
Am I
I don't really yawn much either. No, I'm thinking about it. Like, I
yawn.
get tired, but
Just thinking about it makes me want to yawn.
you know, if you yawn in front of someone else, chances are they'll yawn too. Like if you go,
Love it. Just thinking about yawning makes me want to yawn.
I guarantee someone in the chat just yawned because of that. So let's just try it right now. Ready, Jesse?
No, I don't.
All right. Did anyone yawn in the chat?
If I listen to it or if I see it, I have to yawn.
Do you think this is going to get us a $100 million contract with Spotify? MMA Striker just did. Yawn and jerk. Mosh just came. I did it twice now, but I'm already tired. Excessive yawning. And I'm pretty sure I'm HIV positive. No, West Coast didn't. I came twice. Well, that happens too. It's a side effect of yawning. Not yawning. He trying to eat someone. I just yawned. Damn, you Moss is drunk savage. It's weird. That actually is true, though. If someone yawns in front of you
like,
and you're not like paying attention, you just kind of see someone yawn, chances are you're going to yawn too.
I do it every time. Stop. I don't like it because it's going to make me want to yawn.
Why do we? It's so weird, man. Just sucking in oxygen. Like people look so weird when they yawn. You ever take a picture of a cat?
I'm trying to fight it. Like I can feel it coming, and I have to fight it. Like I have to physically like keep my mouth shut to keep me from yawning.
Just did 3 fucking times. 207 people watching.
Stop. Enough. You're not even yawning.
That's what. All right. What are we doing? There we go. What a show. You know what doesn't make you yawn, Jesse? Mystic Roots. Because we got a 15% off promo code. It's MMA-HOLE. So go to mysticrioots.com. Put the MMA-HOLE promo code in and get 15% off all of their wonderful, wonderful CBD.
Wonderful.
Say goodbye to toilet paper with affordable premium bidet attachments by Lux Bidet. Upgrade your bathroom with Lux Bidet's beautifully designed bidet attachments featuring chrome-plated water pressure and a temperature control lever for a more elegant look. Lux Bidet attachments features user-friendly control knobs that are simple to operate. Simply connect your Neo bidet directly to your toilet to sink water supply to deliver your preferred level of water enjoyment. Use the link in the description below using Clean Holes, CLEANHOLES. That's Clean Holes for your promo code for 10% off your entire purchase. And then you can extend your product warranty from 18 months to 2 years and use your registered bidet ID as a $5 coupon code towards your next purchase. Once again, use promo code CLEANHOLES at checkout with the Lux Bidet link in the description for a cleaner, healthier, happier butthole.
I wonder if Mike and Ann got their bidet. They did get their bidet, right?
They did, right?
I'm curious how their anuses are doing right now. And
You know what I want to get, Moss?
yes.
I want to get, I don't know if you guys have seen them on Amazon, but there's these LED toilet lights that you can get. So, if you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, when you open your toilet lid,
You have a party.
These LED lights turn on in your toilet bowl. And I was thinking, how cool would it be if we have these LED lights on our toilet bowl, and then you use the bidet, which squirts out the water, and the water from the bidet is lighting up because of the LED light underneath.
Who the hell is going to be watching what's going on underneath?
Maybe in the middle of the night, you just want to see what happens.
Let me ask you a
so
question.
You turn on the bidet and the LED lights.
Who shit's standing up? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to see it.
No, you poop already. You use your bidet.
Wait, how is this going to work, Jesse?
Disco ass.
on.
There you go. Alex just yawned. The Alex Lovell Studios of New York. I don't know, Jesse. I don't know if that's going to really work, but we can try it. So look at this thing. This thing's back in stock. And I kind of want to do this. I want to spray my penis hole with this thing.
Yeah.
This is great, man. If
the
you don't
Lux
want
90 and 95.
Look at this thing. You use your promo code CLEANHOLES, and now you can just put it whatever the hell you want. You can shove it in every hole of your body.
I do think it's pretty cool.
Blast it out.
I do think it's pretty cool because
It's good for the ladies. You spread the lips.
yeah, you can
right in there.
aim it wherever you want.
Yeah.
You know.
Think about it. What about this? How many times do you have a situation where you want to freshen yourself up before it's fun time? You know. You don't have to hop in the shower or anything like that. You just drop your pants, you sit on the bowl, and just blast that shit out. Blast all the bad stuff out. Or what if someone puts a bad batch in you, you know? A big, sticky, crusty batch in you, ladies. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know why that grinds
It's just
me out.
a crunchy, sticky batch. It's all hardened up in your vag. You got cream pie.
It only hardens up if you let it sit there for a day.
You just take this, you just blast it all out.
That's disgusting. You're supposed
Fresh.
to shower right after sex.
Take all those hard, crusty babies out of your vaginas.
It's so gross.
Clean holes, baby.
It's like a human car wash.
It's great. I'm telling you, every room in our new house is gonna have some sort of water blasting device from
We're gonna
Lux.
have Lux Bidet in every bathroom.
You think I'm kidding? It's the truth.
Of some sort of device.
All right, what else we have? Speaking of crusty vaginas, look at this guy's face.
So Bellator MMA.
Oops, that's Jesse. Sorry.
Bellator MMA, their future in broadcasting with DAZN is actually unclear amid conflicting reports.
Scott Coker looks like my aunt a little bit, Jesse. I don't want to say the name of the aunt, but do you know who I'm talking about?
Nice.
Do you know what aunt I'm talking about? If you put a wig on him?
Come on. That's really mean.
She don't watch. If she watched the show, she'd be offended, but my mom is here. My mom probably knows what I'm talking about. Doesn't that
You
look
don't
like my
have
aunt?
to be you don't have to be that guy.
Scott
you know?
Coker is my aunt.
That's your family, bro.
I didn't say who it was. It's just my aunt.
Despicable.
She's got a 50-50 shot of figuring it out. My mom goes, yeah, she looks like her.
Despicable.
I mean, he looks like her. All right, go ahead, Jess.
No, oh god. Now every time I see him, I'm gonna think
Scott Coker. Oh, Aunt Coker's here.
You're such an asshole. All right, let's focus on the story, Moss. Bellator MMA is generally God, why did you have to go and do that? He's such a jerk.
You know he looks like her, though, right?
You're the worst.
You see the resemblance.
You're a mean person. All right. Let me focus.
Oh, my mom figured it out.
Okay.
See? My mom knows.
The comment on itself just made it worse.
See? She knows. No, inside jokes here.
Okay, enough. All right. Bellator MMA is generally viewed as the second biggest MMA promotion in North America and has a current broadcast deal with Paramount Network and streaming service DAZN. With those outlets, they have grown the company to the point of being able to run 27 events in 2019, but it appears that their future, at least in terms of where their shows will air, is quite unclear at the moment. Earlier today, it was reported by media outlet Heavy that DAZN's original 5-year deal with Bellator was actually only for 2 years. And the term will be up in June 2020. Additionally, according to their anonymous sources, DAZN is interested in airing Bellator any longer. And okay, I can't read this, Moss. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to.
What's wrong?
Yeah, just know the idea of DAZN and Bellator is not all that.
I'm too homophobic for a Lux Speeday. After I'd use it, I'd have to kick the shit out of it to take back my manhood. I'd gay bash that device to oblivion. On a side note, please bring back Chat MVP. Shout out Aunt Moscoka, that handsome lady.
Yeah, what did we do for Chat MVP? I forgot. We should bring that back. Thank you.
And Carrot.
I don't know why people think a bidet is gay, though. I don't understand that. It's not like you can get pregnant from it. Or like your ass can be pregnant from a bidet.
Yeah.
You know?
Shopping during
It's not sexual. Anyone that finds it sexual, I think needs their head
Can you order
examined.
the Lux Speeday with a GoPro mounted on it to help to check if you got everything, gay lord?
Yeah, they should have the pervert bidet. So the camera pops out for you if you have guests, and you can see their anuses, their dirty anuses, and veg JJs and penises. All right, we got sidetracked here. Thank you, donators. Appreciate that. All right, back to the story.
So pretty much, Bellator is in a weird situation right now. They're not sure if they're going to be taking on DAZN like they used to, and their original 5-year deal is kind of, since it's put on hiatus and the term was up in June 2020, and this whole coronavirus thing, they don't know if they're going to basically hiatus those few months, or if it's just up in June. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, you know what I know is I canceled DAZN 2 months ago, so it doesn't affect me in any way. Who's with me? When the coronavirus hit, you just got rid of the DAZN subscription. You're like, yeah, screw this. That's what I did. Immediately, I'm like, the first thing I did was cancel DAZN. And now Bellator's not going to be on it. Now I'm definitely never going back to DAZN. I don't give a fuck. Boxing, you can catch a stream anywhere for boxing, especially box. Boxing's the easiest to find shit. So, yeah, see you later, DAZN.
Yeah.
I wonder where Bellator's going to go now. Are they going to go on like regular like cable, like Paramount Network or something like that? Or I wonder where they're going to go. Who the hell's going to take Bellator? Skinamax? Who's going to get them?
Skinamax?
Like no big network is going to take Bellator, right? Spike TV, is that around anymore? No, it's got to be maybe a paid like movie channel like Showtime used to do it with Strikeforce. That maybe. You might be right, Jess. Yeah, like HBO or Showtime. You're probably onto something there. Spotify.
I'm mystical.
Spotify. He goes with Joe Rogan. I'm curious, man.
Well, why would Showtime take up Bellator, not UFC?
Because Showtime had Strikeforce and Scott Coker was with Strikeforce. So him.
You mean?
I mean Aunt Scott. I saw it. My mom puts Aunt Karen in there, and of course I just blurted it out.
She said Aunt Carol.
Yeah. So there you go. Where are they going to go at Bellator? Or are they going to come back? Hopefully they bounce back. I need more MMA in my life. You notice how I'm spending extra time on these stories since it's a slow news night. Aljamain, the Funk Master. He's got a fight. Wait, hold on. We know who he's fighting, by the way. Is this story outdated? I know who he's fighting.
His story is...
I retweeted it. Mr. Ariel.
Not updated.
Okay, let's update it. Fuck the story. Let's get into the real sheet. The real shit. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Is there anyone uglier than Ed Sheeran? And I'm a ginger. You know, I should really support my fellow gingers, but Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
Thank God he could sing.
But he's a good singer.
Yeah, thank God he could sing. Someone like this has to be a good singer.
I actually enjoy Ed Sheeran's music.
You do?
Yeah.
He's good to close your eyes and listen to.
That song, Photograph, it's a pretty good song.
Yeah, I like it when I shoot the bidet in my ass. I like to listen to Ed Sheeran. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What did Ariel say over here?
Business definitely picking up on the UFC booking front. Some fights being discussed and targeted at the moment for June. Burgos versus Emmett, Good versus Muhammad, Robertson versus Casey, Hooper versus Caceres, and the previously reported Sterling versus Sandhagen, but not for a title.
So Aljo is fighting Sandhagen, which is a banging fight. Sandhagen, I made the prediction, that guy's going to be the bantamweight champion, and now you got him versus Sterling. That's just unfair. That's unfair to Aljo over there. He's got his hands full. Corey is what, 5'10"? What is he? He's a long, lanky bantamweight. But him versus Aljo, it's a good fight, but very dangerous fight for Aljo to take. If he beats Sandhagen, I mean, give the man a title shot for God's sakes.
Give the man a title shot.
It's a good fight though.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either what that was.
Mom, do you have a little bat in the cave?
I know. My nose is all banged out.
Got it.
Hold on, let me flick it at the camera. Hold on, let me get it.
No, you almost got it.
Did I get it?
Wait, let me
Hold
see.
on a second. Hold on.
It's still there. Just pick it out and go wash your hands.
Did I get it?
No, it's like on the tip.
Oh man, I got.
Do you want me to pick it out for you?
Give me a tissue. Give me that. Give me a piece of your napkin. My allergies have been so bad. Let's get this thing.
On the right now.
Should I shoot the bidet? Did I get it? Hold on. Did I get it? Did I get it?
Oh.
Is it out? Did I get it? Is it on my lip?
I think you got it. You have a gray nose hair.
I got gray everything. Yeah. So my allergies are.
No.
Jesse, I'm 43 years old. What am I supposed to be doing?
You know,
what do you want me to do?
Listen, you're still a young man. You act like a young man.
That doesn't mean I am young. The allergies right now are so freaking bad. And
you're
today,
sneezing all day today.
I had my mask on as I was walking over to my garage, and I had to sneeze. And I had a decision to make here. Do I sneeze in the mask, or do I lift my mask and sneeze? But then that avoids the purpose that why wear a mask?
Yeah,
right?
The whole point is to mask.
Yeah.
Sneezes and coughs from other people.
But you know how my sneezes are, right?
Like obnoxious.
My sneeze is like you just unscrewed
Turn on a fire hose.
Yeah. Bellator will be bought and shown on the BET network, and the events will start 10 minutes late because it's on black people time. Also, Ed Sheeran looks Down syndrome like a motherfucker. Also, Most, how much would we have to donate for you to shave the beard?
No.
If I shave the beard, I look like Ed Sheeran, so I can't do it.
He can't shave the beard.
Although I was thinking about putting on the line the hair thing this Fuko Friday. I was thinking about going back to it.
You're going to do another Moss Hawk this weekend?
I was thinking Moss Hawk versus the JBH dye. I was thinking about it. And I'm scared.
I just got past the JBH dye thing.
I was thinking about putting it on there. But here, this weekend.
This time, can I go red instead of blonde?
This weekend, there's no fights. So the third option would be fights. So that would be very nail biting. You know what I'm saying? A lot on the line.
Gaming might win because there's no fights this weekend.
I was thinking about it. I don't know.
Can I do red instead of blonde this time?
Whatever. We'll talk about that then. But let's get back to the sneeze. Now, my sneezes are very powerful. They can clear a whole room. Like when I sneeze, I feel everything in my brain moving forward, everything coming out of my face.
You can feel the splatter of it.
You need an umbrella. It's like shoo. Like it sounds like that.
Anytime you hear him go, then you make sure you get paper or something to cover you so that you don't get hit by it.
Yeah, when I sneeze, like my body hurts. I have to take a day off after each sneeze.
It sounds like it hurts.
It hurts a lot. So now I have this mask on, and I'm saying to myself, what do I do if I sneeze with the mask on? It might blow back into my face. And it might melt my face. So you know what I did? I'm very ashamed of myself for doing this, Jesse.
No, you took off your mask?
I did the lift. Yeah. I couldn't because I knew what was coming out of my face would have been trapped in that mask.
You've been promoting to protect other people.
I understand, Jesse.
And you took off your mask. I
gave people the coronavirus today, Jesse. I lifted it up and let it fly right onto the little grass right underneath me. I let it onto the grass. I did it. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
You didn't have to do it.
My sneezes are so powerful. If I kept it in that mask, right, it would have been like, it would have shot out the sides.
So you know what you do? You carry extra masks on you.
What do you do? Yeah.
After you sneeze into the mask and all your shit is on the inside of the mask, just change your mask out.
Right now, I have spread the coronavirus throughout Queens, and I apologize for my behavior.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah, I did that.
You've been preaching to everyone about having masks on.
I know. I can't believe it.
You went and lifted your mask.
Has anyone ever sneezed in the mask? And how does that work?
On the way to
and what happens?
I was doing laundry today, and on my way out, I sneezed into. But I sneeze like this. Achoo! That's how I sneeze.
Yeah, see, I don't sneeze like that.
So I don't get anything anymore. But
I just took out Queens.
Nonetheless, you should always sneeze inside your mask. Always.
Yeah, my mom says she gets heart attacks every time my dad sneezes. I think that's where I got it from my dad. Like, it's so loud.
It's pretty It's pretty.
I don't know why. I have violent sneezes.
You gotta have the umbrella ready.
Because I don't sneeze much, but when I sneeze, it's like I trapped everything in there. It's like, let's go. But she does sneeze like a mouse.
Mine doesn't spray. But even still, it spreads no matter what. No matter how you sneeze, the germs will spread. So always sneeze and cough inside your mask.
Yeah.
And if you need to, if you get the little snot rockets on the inside of your mask, just carry extra masks on you and change it out. That's all you have to do. Come on, Moss. You know better. Next time you bring 2 masks with you.
All right.
So that when you sneeze, you change it out.
That's not happening. But yeah, I got to figure out a better way. So Aljamain. So when is this fight going to happen? When is he fighting Sandhagen? Targeted at the moment for June. Okay, so June.
So probably June 20th.
Is this going to be UFC 250?
No, it's probably going to be the fight night on June 20th. June 6th. The latter 2 for UFC 250 on June 6th.
Oh.
So Hooper, Caceres, and Sterling Sandhagen. June
6th. Let's see if the UFC put anything over here. Yeah, UFC hasn't been putting anything. I still don't have a main event. A couple of fights. Oh, we got to call up Devin, man. We got to get him on.
Let's do it.
Mr. Clark. Paging Mr. Devin Clark. We haven't had him on in a while. Nice guy. He's got a tough fight against Alonzo Menafield. Let's get him on. I saw he shaved his beard, Jess. Let's see.
No.
Yeah. He shaved his beard.
I bet it looks so bad.
No, he looks cool. Like I don't know. Black guys look cool. They could shave their heads and their beards and look fine. See, look at that.
Oh, he still got the shadow.
Yeah, but still, like if I did that, he does look different. If I did that, I would look like.
I'd punch you in the face.
I don't know. I'd look like a mongoloid. That's why I grow the beard.
Look at those thighs, though.
I know, Jesse. It's creamy.
Crazy.
Right? I like to. Hold on. You want me to jerk Devin off?
Is that even normal?
Hold on, Jesse.
Oh God.
Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Should I do the jerk off bit on Devin?
Nah,
no. Okay.
It's too much.
It's gonna take too much time. So yeah, Devin's got no beard. Shout out to Devin. Go follow Brown Bear UFC. One of the nicer guys out there. That gives us the time of the day. Time of day, not time of the day. Right? Time of day, Jesse.
Time of.
Because the time of the day he's just giving us the time. Like hey, what time is it? Let's talk about Roxy.
She's slated to fight Lauren Murphy at UFC's June 20th event, which is a fight night. I
know. Slow news night.
I thought you liked Roxanne.
No, that's just the new bit that we're gonna do when we have shitty stories.
You should make that a soundbite then.
Slow news night.
Okay, someone clip that moment, and we're gonna clip that. And anytime there's a slow news night, Moss is gonna play that soundbite. A UFC women's flyweight matchup is in the works for June 20th. Roxy is slated to fight Lauren Murphy. MMA Junkie confirmed the matchup after an initial report from MMA Fighting. The news came after Murphy announced signing a bout agreement but didn't reveal her opponent on Instagram. The UFC's June 20th event does not yet have a name or location, nor is there streaming or broadcast information at this time. Roxy is coming off of an upset win over Macy Barber at UFC 246. Since moving down to flyweight, Murphy is enjoying the best stretch of her UFC career, winning 3 of her last 4. And yeah, keep an eye out on that fight, guys.
Keep an eye on it. And you never know when the flash is going to happen, Jess. You never know.
I have to pee and that's not helping.
You never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like on, what's that guy that did Fight Club where he has like flashes of a penis? We should do Coker flashes throughout our streams. All right, what else do we have in the news, JBH?
Ricky Simone is unlocking his abilities. We got to see him fight last weekend. If Ricky Simone was a superstitious man, he might say that after scoring a win over Ray Borg last week without his trademark mullet, it may never make an appearance again. Simone said, quote, "Hell no," who used his post-fight interview in Jacksonville to say it was Mrs. Simone who forced the best hair in the UFC to get clipped. So, Moss,
I was wondering what happened to his locks.
Did you miss it?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I like his weird, like, throwback hairdo.
Well, he did say, I just got to do a little convincing and maybe I'll get my wife back on board to give the people what they want and grow the mullet back out. But then the truth comes out. He said, quote, honestly, it was my coaches and my management that were telling me that my mullet was whipping around too much when I was getting hit, and it made it look worse than it was.
Oh, you know what? That's not the first time I've heard that. It's true.
So he cut it for now and is going to see how it goes.
Like Clay Guida, when his hair's flopping all over the place, sometimes you think he's just getting mauled, and he's just autistic.
Yeah. Simone said, but that's the whole appeal of having a mullet, is to let it flow and let it fly out there. So farewell to the mullet for now, Moss.
Bring it back, man.
I gotta pee.
Bring it back, Ricky. Every time I think of Ricky Simone, I think the mullet. Who cares, right? Just bring it back, baby.
Bring it back.
Get it done, Ricky. All right. So anyway, we have a fight card coming up next weekend. Tyron Woodley is fighting Gilbert Burns May 30th. You got a couple of fights on that thing. So we will be getting fights in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the home of these fights, and I like this because the Apex Center, I think if they can get this thing running safely, they're going to really pump out a lot of fights over there. So we should be nice and entertained during this pandemic. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And if you're just jumping in, I see some new people here. Thank you for joining us. Khabib's father is in critical condition once again, in another coma. And he does have COVID, doesn't help the situation, and hopefully he does bounce back. And everyone's keeping him in their thoughts. And if you pray. You know, you don't want to see anybody get sick, especially through these times, because, you know, COVID-19, it's not a sexy death, you know. COVID's not a sexy death. You can't even have like a proper funeral or anything anymore. But all this, it's ridiculous. You don't want to die now. If you're going to die, now's not the time. This is the worst time to die. So everyone just hold off on dying. Take a break. And hopefully he gets better. It's crazy, man. It really is nuts how this virus is just not going anywhere. Or just everything is just still mangled. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. Like we see Arizona's opening up and they have a bunch of things. Their businesses are going back, and that's great. We just hope that, you know, everyone stays healthy. But other countries are still locked down, and we're a mess. New York's a mess. So hopefully everything changes soon. I've had enough. I've had enough of COVID. It's time to move on. I don't want to wear a mask anymore. Enough's enough. He's in a coma again. Yeah. I pray for Khabib's dad. Not making any promises. I don't know when they'll have a vaccine so I can hang myself. Wow. I can hear the bidet. It does sound like a bidet, but it wasn't.
It was sink.
My mate's mother passed, and the funeral has been on hold for 6 weeks, but she is cremated. It's such a mess, man. Right, Jesse? If you're going to die, now's not the time.
Yeah, I heard that families can't even bury their members properly because they're just, if it's COVID, then they have to get rid of the body in the proper way to avoid the spread. Because even though you're dead, you still have the virus in you, and you can still spread it.
What? Wait, you can still get the virus from a dead person?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, for like a certain amount of time after they pass.
What?
The virus is still contagious, so they have to dispose of the body. The hospital has.
Come on.
That's why they have the refrigerated trucks outside the hospitals. They have to dispose of the body in their own way to make sure that.
Are they sure about this?
Yes.
That's crazy,
Would you like
man.
me to look it up for you?
I didn't hear about it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that just sounds insane. Like, how is the virus just living off
the hospital has to dispose of the body.
Are we going... What? Are we going nuts? Is this true? The virus is still living? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Well, that's why they're calling it a pandemic. It's not like you can just get the body back.
Yeah, but I'm done with the pandemic. I'm over it. Let's move on. The damn virus is ruining everything.
Here we go.
They could live in a steel wool for a week. Yeah, and a cardboard.
New York City hospitals are running out of room in their morgues, but hold on. But the flow of coronavirus bodies is just starting to ramp up.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, hey, the hospitals are 30%, this and that. New York, no. New York's a mess. Let's tell a quick story about the coronavirus. Like, you were trying to get to be seen for the coronavirus, in the process you got to go through.
Oh, God, it's crazy, guys. Like, I don't know how many of you guys tuned in last night to last night's gaming stream, but I've been having some pretty weird symptoms, and I'm not going to get too far into it, but it's concerning. It's really concerning. And they've continued on to today. They've continued on for the last like 2 or 3 days now. And I called the local hospital, which is what they told me to do, was call the local hospital and see where your nearest coronavirus drive-through test is. I called the local hospital, and they go, oh, we can't help you with that. You have to call your nearest urgent care. So I call, or your primary care provider. Well, my primary care provider is closed. So I called my urgent care, and they couldn't give me any information. And they're like, call your insurance company. Like, my insurance company is going to know where the fucking nearest coronavirus testing is.
So no test for her.
So no test.
That's it. She's
like,
fine, though.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
She don't have the coronavirus. But, I mean, it's just
how hard it is to get a test.
New York's a mess. It's a complete mess. I don't know the severity of it, but all I know is it's just a disaster right now. So I need to leave immediately. Get me out of the state. I love New York. It should be like I loved New York.
Oh,
now
you still love New York.
It's just a shithole. It is. It's just a virus-ridden shithole.
Nah, you still love New York.
But yeah, she couldn't get the she has it on speakerphone. I'm listening. I'm like, what is going on?
You have to go through like a million different phone calls. You have to call certain companies. You have to get an appointment made. It's not like you can just drive up that day. You have to have an appointment to go get it done. It's not as easy as they're making it sound.
She just wants a Q-tip in her face. That's it. Just shoved up her nose and wiggling it around. We found out that a friend's mother has the antibodies. Had it. An older woman too. Has the antibodies. So she got through it. She got past it, and she's fine. You know, it's like she's dealing with it. So people can, at an advanced age, get past it. And I'm not saying the coronavirus is the cause of all these deaths. It's probably inflated.
No, yeah, 100%.
But it is real. And now that we're finding out that dead bodies can spread it, that's freaking nuts. Anyway, I bet you wish Woodley had the coronavirus, right, Jesse?
No, I don't wish anybody had it.
Maybe Woodley is the coronavirus.
Nah, I don't wish anybody had it.
All right, we have any more stories?
One more.
Okay.
UFC veteran Ashkan Mokhtarian pleads guilty to supplying cocaine and MDMA. Yikes. Oh,
Man.
by the way, speaking of, I heard that my old junior high school teacher just got arrested for dealing methamphetamine. Like straight up Breaking Bad shit.
Well, I mean, listen, the economy down the drain. So you got to do what you got to do to make a living.
I
Meth.
just saw it on the news the other day. I was like, what?
Why not? Wouldn't you if you lost your job?
He was the kind of teacher that you would never assume.
Wait, did he deal it, the meth? Did he in school, or is he doing it after?
No, outside of school.
So life after, so he lost his job.
The school even made a statement that there was nothing that took place with school or students.
You read it wrong. He's a math teacher.
He wasn't a
Jesse.
math teacher.
He's a math
music
dealer.
Teacher.
He's not a meth. A math. Is he a math teacher?
He's a music teacher.
Oh. I try to help him out.
Yeah, you tried.
It's not meth, it's math.
Yeah. But
No?
It was like straight up Breaking Bad shit. I thought of Walter White the moment I read that story. All right, guys. Ashkan Mokhtarian pleads guilty to supplying cocaine and MDMA.
That guy.
According to the Daily Telegraph, Ashkan Mokhtarian, who's 34 years old, was arrested for dealing drugs in Sydney, Australia last year. That outlet reports that Mokhtarian has pleaded guilty to charges in relation to his arrest and that he now faces possible jail time. The report states that Mokhtarian was arrested after supplying drugs to a woman near the Clock Hotel in Sydney's inner city. A police strip search of Mokhtarian reportedly yielded 7 resealable bags containing cocaine and 13 bags of granule MDMA. Mokhtarian has pleaded guilty to charges of supplying an indictable amount of cocaine and MDMA. Mokhtarian and his brother Suman Mokhtarian, also a UFC veteran, founded Australian Top Team in Wentworthville, New South Wales. That gym has no affiliation with American Top Team. Mokhtarian started competing on the Australian MMA scene in 2011. After going 13-1 in regional competition, he was signed by the UFC in 2017. He made his octagon debut at UFC Fight Night Lewis versus Hunt in Auckland, New Zealand. There he lost to John Moraga via unanimous decision. In his second UFC appearance, Mokhtarian was defeated by Ryan Benoit at the UFC Fight Night Verdun versus Tabor in Sydney. Mokhtarian was expected to fight for a third time in the UFC. He was scheduled to face Janelle Lausa in Janelle Lausa in June 13, 2018, but he pulled out of that fight citing injury. Mokhtarian was then scheduled to face Kai Kara France on December 2nd, 2018, but he pulled out of that fight due to injury as well. He was released from the UFC a few months later.
You running out of breath again?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Jessie has,
I'm good.
thank God this is the last story. She ran out of breath. Maybe this will make you feel better, Jesse. And Coker involved.
Coker.
There he is. And Coker.
You clipped his head?
There he is. Look.
Oh, God.
So he's a drug dealer?
Why did you clip his head?
I don't know. I felt like this is a slow news night, so you might as well put Scott Coker's face on it.
Oh, that's great.
This night, I mean, I'm telling you, man. We rode some high off of last week, and now it's just like we're just scraping for stories.
Tonight, yeah, the news was good, but it wasn't the best news.
Terrible news.
I even checked last minute to see if we could find any scrappy stuff, but the only thing I could find was Raquel Pennington.
Let's see if we have any other ARIEL HELWANI
That was
stories.
my last minute news, Raquel Pennington.
Yeah, not there. Let's see any Brett Oklahoma. Let's see if he's got anything dropping. And 10 hours ago, yeah, there's nothing, man. There's nothing.
I tried,
you know what?
man.
Let's do this. Let's go to MMA Twitter. That's Drunk Savage's spot. Let's go to MMA Twitter, right? Twitter, and let's do a segment.
I go to MMA Twitter all the time.
Only 350 tweets today. Jesus. All right, we're gonna go to this is a segment called MMA Twitter.
Oh, I like this segment.
Okay, when we run out of news and we just search the Twitterverse and see what we got over there. This is probably gonna be a segment where we have to be very careful because Twitter can be very dangerous to show on YouTube. But we're vigilantes. Why is there a cat here, Jesse? What's
Danny Marie Young posted #MMA Twitter.
Okay.
We're adopting this little baby on Monday and need help with the name. So far, we like RuPaul and Cat Damon. Any MMA names or puns would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, how about you name that cat?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Get out of here, you pussy. What's this?
The culprit, MMA Twitter. Looks like someone's just looking for attention.
Okay. Thanks for that dopey tweet. What do we have here, Jess?
What did I... Oh, I'm sorry.
What a segment this is going to be.
Mo-you.
Mo-you. No, Mo-you. Thank you. Thank you for the donation, you son of a bitch. You are wonderful.
Wonderful.
All the donators tonight are extraordinarily wonderful on a pandemic Wednesday. What's this, Jesse? What do we say?
Did UFC 3 just send me a message from the future? Alistair versus Crane kick?
Mm-hmm.
Or via Crane kick?
All right. So how about we do this, Jesse? We do right? We'll do a segment called and this is on MMA Twitter. We go or Okay? So what is this? What do you give this? All right, All right, let's do it.
Dot. You gotta put a dot.
Well, I'm gonna change it up every time because we'll come across as spamming if I do the same thing every time. All right, so what do we have here?
So there was an undercover catfish that infiltrated MMA Twitter just to get some nudes. Stay safe out there, y'all.
All right, or what do you say, chat? Help me out. Okay. Sure.
But put a dot.
Okay. Next. Let's see what else we have.
Who got catfished today? Can't believe it's news, though. Feel like 90% of MMA Twitter are 13-year-olds who use a fighter's picture as their avatar. The other 10% are hot girls who are probably guys. LOL. Me, though, just my pups and I.
See, he had me the whole time, and then he has the picture of his pups and him, and that looks like... Wait, that looks like...
That's it. That's not an ad. That's a yikes. Put a yikes.
All right.
That's a yikes.
Okay. He looks like the guy in our chat, though.
No, that's not even just a yikes.
Wait, who is this psychopath in our... He was in here tonight.
No, MMA Jake is always on Twitter. He's
Hold on, Jesse. The guy in our chat tonight.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. The guy that did the video where he wanted to fight the whole community. What the hell is that guy's name? You know the guy. He was shirtless. He was topless, and he was fucking doing... He did the video, the psychopath. He was in the chat earlier today.
And he wanted to fight the whole community?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. The knucklehead. I said this guy's definitely a school shooter.
Oh,
he looks just like this guy.
Michael Chapman? Oh, wait, no. It wasn't
Michael Chapman. That's the other shooter.
No. His real name's Dylan.
This guy. If you're in the chat still, you look just like this guy. All right.
Keyboard Warrior.
Keyboard Warrior.
Yes.
That's him. Yes. This guy is him.
Yeah.
I think that's Keyboard Warrior. All right. You want to put yikes?
A yikes.
Okay. He gets yikes.
Yikes.
Okay. Chat, you're going to help out with this.
Make sure you put the ...
Yikes.
No, there's only 2 dots.
All right, Jesse. Jesus Christ.
The third dot makes a difference.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. All right. What do we have here?
No one cares how good you think put your money where your mouth is. Hashtag MMA Twitter. And you retweeted Dylan Dennis.
Okay, what did Dylan say?
He said, Dylan, Matt Bowlesby over at Flow Wrestling. Not sure you'd be up for this, but a couple of wrestlers have expressed their interest in wrestling MMA guys in late June or July. Would there be any interest?
All right. How about this? So what did he respond to this?
He said, there isn't a wrestler that could beat me, so this is just pointless.
All right, I got one for you, Jesse. How about this? You go, girl.
You got to put the exclamation point.
Okay. Here we go.
You go, girl.
So we're responding to tweets on MMA Twitter.
Hashtag MMA Twitter.
Okay. We're responding to tweets. What do we have here?
You already did that one.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Dude went into witness protection immediately, laughing my ass off.
What?
With a bunch of crying emojis.
Went into witness protection immediately. Okay.
So
and
he
what's
retweeted
this?
Dave Boy saying MMA and Lizzie Grant, rest in peace Taylor, I love you. And then it says these tweets are protected.
Okay. That's a yikes. What do you think?
I'd be like, what? I would put
Nah, it's gonna right?
But if you do too many Ma, you gotta be careful. Do what?
All right, huh? How about that?
There you go. Huh?
Dumb bitch is one of the things in the chat. Maybe we should do that. Oh, that's us. All right, what's this, Jesse?
No. You're on the same tweet. This is
same
just
thing?
responses to the tweet.
This is responses. All right, that's not part of the game. What do we got here, Jess?
It's that time. MMA Twitter, hashtag podcast, hashtag always 420. And he retweeted Steve K MMA, who says, just dropped a new daily show, covered Whaley. I know what you should do here.
Who is this?
Say, who the fuck is that guy?
Wait, who is this?
I don't know, some random dude.
A new daily show.
Yeah. Say,
who's Steve?
Respond and say, who the fuck is that guy?
For thestrap.com, he has a new daily show.
Just say, who the fuck is that guy?
All right, how about this?
In the comments.
How about this, Jesse? Can't wait.
Mossy.
Oh, excuse me.
You didn't know.
Oh, fuck. What the hell's going on here? You should be doing the typing. Can't wait.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, guys.
No.
Who the fuck is that guy?
How about that?
Nah, who the fuck is that guy is funny.
Yeah, but that's you're just recycling shit that's been used a million times.
Yeah, but it's a guy who's doing a podcast and we're a podcast. It'd be funny if you said that. Who the fuck is that guy?
No? You don't like can't wait? No?
Nah.
No, okay. All right, fine. Who the fuck is that's used like a million times.
But Moss, it makes sense.
Yeah, but that's something that
we're
everyone
a podcast
No,
saying
let's be
that about
funny
another
here.
podcast.
Let's be fun.
Everyone's on board but you.
All right, let's see. What should we write here, friends? It says, it's that time, MMA Twitter podcast, always 420. The funniest one we'll drop it in. And we don't even know whose podcast this
Okay,
is.
you just take my idea.
Well, we're going to go to the chat. We're going to see what they say. If they like your idea, then we pick your idea. It's called interaction, Jesse. Oh, Aunt Coker would love that show. See, I like that. What do you think? That's my vote right there. I love that. I'm going to put that in the lead. But what else do we have here? Just write a cumin with a. Meh.
No, with a question mark, Moss.
All right. What do you think about this, Jesse? I mean, the chat, I think, has fallen asleep during our bit. Let's see. It wouldn't be a bit without us arguing about something. Aunt Coker would love that show. How about that, Jesse? I think that's a fair one. That's from the community. Okay? All right, Jesse has no answer. We send it. What's the next tweet?
I'm glad when we get an occasional catfish wake-up call, it reminds me that half of y'all are lying. Big time. Laughing my ass off. Hashtag MMA Twitter.
What is he talking about catfishing on MMA Twitter? All right. This doesn't pertain. Should I put huh? What should we do here, Jess? What do you think? All right. This is going to be huh. I think we're losing Jesse on this bit. We might have to move on.
No, I mean, I just don't want to. You're just going to say no.
No, who the fuck is that guy? It's so generic. We got to be.
Whatever.
We got to be somewhat funnier. All right. This is just a response. Who cares about that? Let's see. No, it's a response.
Moss, these are all response to your tweet.
To my tweet?
Yes.
Why is my tweet here? What happened? Oh, have we fallen off of MMA Twitter?
We went back too far.
Okay, let's see. What the fuck just happened? What happened here? Oh, shit. Our bid is completely busted open. All right, here we go. We're back on MMA Twitter. Let's scroll down a little bit on latest. Here we go. You right? Okay, what do we have here? All right, Mike J. Batista has something to say.
Apparently some dude was trying to catfish women in MMA Twitter,
Oh, we saw
but
this.
masquerading as one using the pic on the left as their avatar and then asking for explicit stuff. I think the photo on the right was them being exposed. Not entirely sure.
So this is to this picture. We saw this earlier. What is this?
So there's a whole catfish thing going on right now that people are talking about.
All right. Come on, guys. This is MMA Twitter. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're ruining us. What's this say?
An interesting tweet from Sugar Sean. Who do you think he'll be going head-to-head with inside the octagon? Sean O'Malley says, Daddy returns June 6th. You are welcome.
So that's interesting. That's your boy Sean O'Malley saying he returns. Who would you like to see Sean O'Malley face? Sugar Sean.
Anyone. I love that dude.
Daddy returns the 6th. Let's see. How about this? Mom will be happy. How about that, Jesse? Mom will be happy. There we go. All right. All righty. Who would you like to see? Sean O'Malley. No one ranked. You know, someone. Should he fight a ranked guy? What do you think? Sugar Sean. He's your boy, so who would you like to see him fight?
I would always like to see him fight a ranked guy. I think it's cool to see him get any kind of shot to move up in the rankings.
Okay. What do we have here?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Hashtag MMA Twitter. Hashtag Diaz versus McGregor.
And its response to Funky Scouser.
Diaz beats Conor in the trilogy. Would that make him better than Conor? And if that, the greatest fighter of all time?
Diaz beats Conor in the trilogy. Would that make better than the greatest fighter of all time? Oh my God, Jesse. You think Diaz would be the greatest fighter of all time if he beats Conor in the trilogy?
No.
So which should we write?
Just put no.
All right. No. Fine. Okay. Fair enough. Some may agree. Some may think that makes him the greatest fighter
Here we
of
go
all time.
again.
What is this?
This catfish shit.
This is MMA Twitter, and they're just posting catfish stuff.
You got to be so miserable with yourself to pretend to be somebody you are not. So much BS to go through to live a fake life with somebody else's pictures. Shaking my head. Thank God I am pretty. Hashtag MMA Twitter.
This is what... So we're on MMA Twitter, and they're talking about catfishing.
Someone catfished a bunch of people on MMA Twitter, apparently. And,
they're all triggered?
now
I'm
everyone's
confused.
talking about it, I guess.
Okay. What is this? Your girl Dre? Nah, who cares? I don't want to deal with
your
that.
girl Drea.
Who is that?
Oh, I follow her on Twitter.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is she your girl?
Yeah, she's cool. She's got her own, like,
She don't follow us, so she can go suck a dick.
No, I follow her on Twitter.
Oh.
On JBH.
Does she follow you?
I don't know.
She can still choke
But
on
she's
that
cool,
dick.
though. She's cool. She's got, I've actually seen some of her tweets. She's pretty cool.
All right, what'd she say then?
She said, check out this clip of former UFC fighter, current bare-knuckle boxer like Valley Flag, as he goes 10 rounds with Rhino on this week's episode of Com Sports with Rhino.
Yeah, I don't want to. Do we have to? Here, I'll put. Do we have to? Do we have to? Okay. All right. See if it's mandatory. Okay. Jesse, I feel like this bit's falling apart, right?
Yeah.
You're just not into it.
No, I'm into it. I just now got a message from someone. So
Okay, you want to keep going? Should we keep going or no?
let's keep going.
All right, Jesse wants to keep
What do
going.
you want to do?
I don't know. Like I'm curious to see what's going on MMA Twitter. I don't really.
I go to MMA Twitter every day.
I kind of never want to go back after seeing these tweets. Like
Every day.
it's just the most mind-numbing place to be. It really is. Like
It's easy to get sucked into, though. I gotta admit, like every day, like especially when I'm on the pot, like every morning I take my morning poop. You know, I go to MMA Twitter and I just see what's going on over there.
Okay, what is this?
All right, bro, we don't need any catfishes on MMA Twitter. Post a real pic of yourself, you fucking freaks. Hashtag MMA Twitter. And before anyone asses bleeds, this is for those who use a regular avatar. If you got a fighter's avatar and you've been anonymous from the beginning, you good.
Okay. More catfishing bullshit?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look for a GIF, a catfish. Catfish. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What should we put?
Do this one. Do this one. Oh, that's funny as fuck. Do that.
This one?
Yeah, do that one.
Let's see.
Look at this shit. And then he looks up and it's completely different. Oh, God. That's funny.
There you go. There he is. Take that. All right. What else do we have here? Jesse, let's see. What else? More catfish? They should be called MMA Catfish Twitter.
I'm late to the game, y'all. My bad. I just logged in and seen all this catfish foolishness. Laughed my ass off. So many victims, too. Ain't some black dude with glasses. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay. Should we even respond to that or?
No.
So this is what
Someone's catfishing.
What is this?
Oh, here we go. This is the catfish. What do I need to do? Can I post @ saying I'm a real, etc.? I won't show face. I don't feel comfortable. And someone responded, that's on you, but if you don't show your face, it's just going to look suspect. Everyone ripping into you. So if you want to prove it, that's on you at this point. And the catfish says, I don't understand why everyone is so concerned with this. Like I stole money from them. I'll show from mouth down. I'm not showing my entire face.
Oh, my God.
Yikes.
You're blocked. So this one over here, Blonded Figgy, that's the one that's doing the catfishing?
That's the catfish, yeah. Look up Blonded Figgy. See what's going on over there.
All right, how do you spell this thing? Was it Blonded?
@Blonded Figgy.
All right. Let's see what this is about. @Blonded. Should we get Blonded Figgy on the show?
Figgy. Figgy. No.
Oops, Fuggy. Figgy.
Right there. Oh, you missed it. Ah, they're private. Yikes.
Should we send her a message?
Follow.
Hold on, we're gonna follow. I don't want to follow.
Okay.
All right, we'll follow. No. Here, hold on a second.
Say, we'd love to get you on the show.
Hi. We'd love
to get you on the show.
Get you on the show.
About this whole crazy.
This Twitter
frenzy
is crazy. Is crazy! Exclamation
point. Say, we'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Say, would you consider?
Let us know.
If you'd be interested.
No. If you are interested.
And then say, we gave you a follow.
We gave you a follow.
And then say, best.
You follow.
No, you spelled that wrong. FOLL.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
OW.
Follow.
Period.
Boom.
Okay, and then put
kissy face?
No.
Oh.
And then put.
Yeah. You guys really want to get this catfish on? We love catfish. Best. MMA-HOLES. All right, there we go. All right, so here we go. You want to wait here now? What do we have?
Yeah, let's see if they answer.
6 minutes. You want to just wait by the DMs like a creep?
Give that thinking.
No, you know what you got to do?
What?
You got to back out because if you got to back out and you got to let them. You got to wait now. It's a waiting game. Follow us at the MMA-HOLES. We're just on Twitter fucking around.
God.
We ran out of stories.
What are we doing?
Who is that? Like, who do we follow?
It's a catfish.
What's this? I honestly
Apparently
don't know what's going on.
Apparently it's someone who's posted a fake picture of a pretty female, but it's actually like some dude behind the account.
All right, let's get this guy on.
And it's a fake female who's been trying to get other dudes to like, I guess, say things and do things in their private messages on on hashtag MMA Twitter. They've been going after anyone who hashtags MMA Twitter. So.
Okay. Why isn't it in my followings?
No.
Shouldn't it be up here?
No, not at the top.
Maybe they got to accept the follow. I guess they're getting so many people.
Yeah, they're private.
All right. All right, hopefully, I mean, it's KHABIB. Who do you think it is in the chat? And how did this work its way onto in the MMA scene? It's nuts, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to MMA Twitter. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's freaking talking about this blonded figgy who is apparently catfishing and trolling the internet. And I don't know how it got intertwined with the MMA world. All right, let's see the most happening top stories over here. Okay. Random UFC impersonation as I'm smoking hella bored. Oh my God, it's mind-numbing. Rank these 4 fighters. All right, let's do this. Let's rank these 4 fighters. Oh, we were talking to Mighty Mouse last night, actually. We tried to get him on the show. We were on his gaming channel.
Yeah, I think he knows who we are because he was very hesitant.
Yeah, he didn't want any part of it. We go, how do we go about getting you on the show?
He's like, I don't know.
I got to clean my vagina first before I can make a decision. All right. Let's see. All right. So Aldo's last, although Aldo was fantastic at 145. So I'm going to go.
GSP.
Okay, ready? Ready for this? Oh, this is tough.
GSP number 1.
All right. This is all time. So Jones still has time left.
Here we go. Ready? I got mine.
What? All right. I'm going to go. Ready, Jesse? Oh, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
GSP, John Jones. Oh, wait, no. GSP, Mighty Mouse, John Jones, Jose Aldo.
That's the order I was going to go.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to go that order. The only reason why I'm saying this is because Bones' career is not done.
And he fucked up a lot.
And yes, he did fuck up a lot as well. But right now, as active fighters, he's the pound for pound guy. I know Mighty Mouse is active as well, but in the UFC, I believe John Jones is. But Mighty Mouse, what he has done.
High five.
Yeah,
boss.
I would have exactly went the exact route.
Same rankings. Let's go.
Mighty Mouse is a beast, man.
Let's go.
What he has done at his weight class. What do you guys say? Bones, GSP, DJ, Aldo. Let's see what the chat says.
What does the chat say? Whoa. All right. DJ beats Manlet though. Jones never lost number 1. Mighty Mouse the GOAT. Faye Door is GOAT. Mighty says Aiden. How about homeschooling? Says Tarek Belushi. Taco says Bones, GSP, DJ Aldo. Jones is better than Mighty Mouse.
The only reason why I don't go with that is because take away the Cejudo fight, which I think he won. If you look at Mighty Mouse versus Cejudo, the second one, that was basically Jones versus Reyes, right?
Yes.
But Reyes won the fight. So think about this, okay? Reyes loses to John Jones. Mighty Mouse loses to Henry Cejudo, okay? They're literally the role reversals. Like if Reyes would have won, that would have been Mighty Mouse in that situation. Excuse me. It's like the vortex of what happened with John Jones. I think that Mighty Mouse should have won the fight against Cejudo. A lot of people thought Reyes should have beat
wait, for the second fight?
John Jones, yes.
Cejudo Mighty Mouse?
Yes, I think Mighty Mouse beat him in the decision. Yes. Mighty Mouse won that second fight.
So you're comparing Cejudo Mighty Mouse 2 versus
I think it's the reverse.
Dominic Jones.
Yes, it's the reverse outcome.
So the champ should have won in Cejudo Mighty Mouse, but the champ should have...
Either way, it was very close. Both fights were very close, but I believe that Mighty Mouse won that fight. So what I'm saying is this. Mighty Mouse, if you look at his run, right? Let's go to Tapology. You look at what this guy has done. There is very limited blemishes. Let's go here.
What does the chat say?
And I've gone on and on about this, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, but he's a man, like this and that." Listen, make no mistake. This guy over here, 33-1. Okay, now he went over to one championship and did a whole bunch of things over there. He rattled off 3 fights, wins, and maybe the competition is not like UFC competition. This one, a split decision, very, very close. It could have went either way. But you got the Rayborg finish, and we know Rayborg's tough as nails. You know,
yes.
What do you mean? Well, the finish on Rayborg and Wilson Hayes, beastly. The Tim Elliott fight was a big fucking test for him because Tim Elliott was like triple the size of the guy coming out of the Ultimate Fighter and put on more of a fight than I thought he would have. But look at this. Henry Cejudo knocked him the fuck out. Knocked him the fuck out in the first round. Johnson, he had Johnson's number. But you look at all these wins here. Look at this. Before Henry Cejudo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then you got this one here, the draw. But 13 wins. 13. And before that was the Dominic Cruz, the bigger boy.
Yes.
Dominic Cruz. But I mean, come on. Mighty Mouse is done.
Yeah, see?
Now, John Jones is not done. And John Jones has a lot that he still can do within the UFC. So it's difficult to make that decision, to determine, okay, John Jones will be this. We already know he's great.
Yeah.
But Mighty Mouse, no blemishes on his career when it comes to PEDs or any of that stuff. Guy was a beast. GSP, a lot of people didn't like what GSP did. Laying on top of people, humping. Still a beast. It's a good question. Poor Aldo. Yes. Poor Aldo. All right, let's move on here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, these are what people rated. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me see. Fuck, who cares? There's the catfish again.
More catfish.
What else we got?
Wait, check your messages. Did you get any messages?
Come on, Jesse.
Okay.
Come on. You got to give it time.
John Jones and Francis Ngannou continue to beef. Hashtag MMA Twitter. Hello, Johnny. Are you still there?
So Francis still jumping in there, huh?
Yeah, we already saw this shit.
Okay.
You should put old news.
Well, I mean,
Comment.
this is May 14th.
Comment and say old news.
It's an old tweet. That's why. What do we have?
Knockout of the day. UFC Fight Night 120. Matt Brown versus Diego Sanchez.
Oh, that was insane. We really can't show that. But that was at the Hellbow. I would love to keep showing that, but we shouldn't. The Hellbow, that was insane. Diego went, God, he caught some bone to the face. Here's Donald Trump knocking out CNN. Look at that, Jesse. Look at that. Donald Trump.
Wonderful.
Making CNN faceplant. What else we have here?
Who wins rematch? MMA Twitter. Francis Ngannou or Stipe Miocic?
It's a good question. If this does materialize,
Ngannou.
you think Ngannou gets it?
And Ngannou. Oh, you checked it.
No, I saw we had an alert.
Oh, no, it's message requests.
Message request. Who is requesting a message?
Bradley Reba.
Oh, we didn't respond to... Oh, look at these fat fucks. We didn't respond to this guy. I don't know if he's watching now. Are you in the chat?
I think that was an random, like...
That's one of Ann's buddies. He wants us to promote him.
Yikes.
You know how many times we get messages? But I got to say something real quick. What did Bradley say?
Please say it, because it's getting on my nerves.
Okay, so Moss Scream. You know how many...
not directed toward Moscow, toward everybody.
No, I'm not throwing him under the bus. So I can't... We get so many freaking DMs on can you help my channel out?
Every single day.
So how about this? Can you help us out? How about that? I mean, listen, everyone needs help. You know, like, here's my advice.
Just
hustle.
work hard.
Just put content out there and hustle and just grind and you know, make sacrifices and do what you love.
Show your audience that you actually give a fuck about your show.
It's crazy, man. Like, and I hope he's successful. This Moss Scream, he's probably a nice guy. But we get messages all the time. Give us a shout out. Help us out. This and that. Like, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I have no problem promoting Moss Scream, MOS.
But let's make something out of it.
But I mean, help me out here. Like you want to collaborate. You want to mix content. You want to figure out something where, you know, you bring some value to us where we can do a bit or something. Yeah, sure. But I'm not.
There's no such thing as free promotion.
It's not a charity case here. I mean, it's not a charity show. Like,
honestly, if we were to promote every single person we got a DM from, our whole show every day would just be us promoting and everybody who's reached out to us.
It's nice that people reach out and they value what we do, that we can help them.
Fantastic.
But at the same time, it's like, I mean, well, we can't help everybody. What the hell? Like, how many people you want us to fucking help? Anyway.
Nah, I'm cool with it if there was something that we got in return. You know?
No. Listen, we don't need something in return.
Like, help me, help you.
Jesse's trying to shake you down. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, baby. Like, what?
Yeah, she's like, what are we getting out of this motherfucker?
Why would I freely promote everybody? It makes no sense.
It's not even that. It's just like when you get a lot of people reaching out and saying, "Hey, help me." We can't help it. We're not fucking Jesus.
It gets on my nerves. I gotta be honest. Maybe
help me.
It doesn't get on his nerves as much. He's got more patience, but I can't, like, every time I see it, I just want to fucking kill myself. I can't.
Jesse's like shaking him down.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
All right, anyway.
Maybe it's selfish.
Go subscribe to his channel if he has a YouTube channel or whatever. You know, help him out. But I don't know.
It's not trying to be a dick.
It's such a downer, man. It really is. It's a downer when you see an email and they're like, hey, great job, guys. Hey, can you give me some help? It's like, dude, like, come on. If you want to bullshit about something, sure. Or if you want to say, hey, I got an idea. What do you guys think about this?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you figure out the idea, something like that. Sure. But it's just like, hey, great job, guys. Can you help me do this? No. No, I can't. No. I can't. Help me. Help me.
God.
For God's sakes. We're not making 100 million like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Message Joe Rogan. He can help all of us. All right.
I'll message Joe Rogan.
Anyway. What else do you want to talk about here?
The show's over. Moss for 5 minutes over.
We can't end on a note like that. We can't end on a complaint note.
Oh, we're complaining?
Yeah, I don't know.
We were
now
just
we're
giving
complaining.
a quick shout out to...
All right, so who wins this? Who wins this fight?
Ngannou, of course.
Ngannou, he gets the win, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
On the rematch, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what kind of Stipe is going to come back.
It's a whole other Ngannou.
And speaking of Mighty Mouse before, when we were discussing, he brought up the whole Stipe thing and how fans are, you know, criticizing Stipe for not wanting to come back. And Mighty Mouse is taking Stipe's side and saying, hey, listen, look at this guy. He's happy. He's home. Leave the guy alone, blah, blah, blah. It's tough to leave a guy alone when there's a heavyweight division that's kind of held for ransom, you know? So I would like to see this rematch. I don't know what kind of Stipe we're going to see. coming out of the quarantine. I really don't believe in the same Stipe, but maybe he can come back. You know, he made a mention of him being a hero and a firefighter and doing his thing. Okay, then vacate the belt. You know, like that's the thing I don't understand. Like he's saying that the fans are saying vacate the belt, but why? How could you say that to a guy that's a fireman? Well, then, Mighty Mouse, what do you want us to do? Okay, he's a fireman, so hold on to the belt and hold up a weight class.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
Yeah, he was like saying, what was he saying on his Twitch channel? He said, "Why is everyone giving him hell because he's out there saving lives?" Yeah.
So like, what do you want us as fans to do? Say, all right, you know what? Let me tell you something. We're just gonna wait. The man's a hero, and he is. He's a fireman. I mean, credit to being a fireman and a UFC champ. It's insane that he's able to balance both. But you can't just hold on to the belt forever and just say, okay, you know. No one's gonna fight for a belt. Like, no, it can't be like that. You know? So come on, Stipe. If you can't come back, it's fine. But at the same time, the belt's gotta be up for grabs. It's gotta be up for grabs here. Would you like to see this rematch?
Yeah, but not as much as I would like to see Stipe DC.
Boss Coker says he's a fireman, thus he gets to hold on to the belt for 1 million years. I guess that's what Mighty Mouse thinks. I understand Mighty Mouse is trying to protect his homies here, but come on, man. We're here watching the sport, and you can't hold on to that thing forever. And thank you, Stipe, for your services, but let's move on. That's my thoughts on this, Jesse.
Yes.
All right, Jess. I got a PP.
Okay.
I got a tink. Hold on a second. 295 watching and 85 likes. What? Are your fucking thumbs broken? It's a quarantine. Come on, like this shit up over here. What are you doing? How could there be 300 people watching with 85 likes? Smash the shit out of likes. We gotta beat the ceiling. Let's go, people. Smash the shit out of those likes. Support this show. Everyone's falling asleep out there. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Actually, I got a better song for you, Jesse. I got a better song. If you're gonna beat up those likes, we gotta get the MMA-HOLES song going. Beat it up. Let's go, MMA-HOLES. The greatest show going. The MMA-HOLES. Like it up.
His name ain't very good, he's for real. His name is Master, host of a show that's like a golden put to our ears. Tag it, I lick my balls. 10 more likes, don't forget to hit that button or dive you heard.
Let's go. Come on. Drop it in the box.
The greatest show going, the MMA-HOLES. The greatest show going, the MMA-HOLES.
Yeah, baby.
His name ain't Derek, but he's for real. His name is Master, host of a show that's like a golden put to our ears. Tag it, I lick my balls. 10 more likes, don't forget to hit that button or dive you heard. Tag it, I lick my balls.
Get those likes in there. Subscribe to the channel, and we did it, baby. We did it.
Why did you JBH camp?
This is our second channel. Subscribe to the MMA-HOLES. We'll be back there on Friday. Yeah, boy.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-HOLES. Off the lights.
Pump, pump.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-HOLES. Off the lights.
Pump, pump.
100 likes.
Yeah, baby.
Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-HOLES. Off the lights.
Pump, pump.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-HOLES. Off the lights.
Pump, pump. Yes. That's how you end the show there. That's how you do it.
Dislikes can choke on a carrot.
Damn, man. You run out of news stories, but you don't run out of energy on the MMA-HOLES.
Or content.
Okay, JBH, we'll see them on Friday on the main channel, right?
Yes, finally, guys. We're going to be over on the main channel at 10 p.m. Eastern time for Food Off Friday, so make sure you tune in over there. And as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole.